one pick in the NHL draft, but the minute can't seem to stump. Do something dumb, that's an observation. CLT make them need to run.
That's Lawrence.
Call them every trash, CMT for short. Wonder if we best once you peep the score. Up at the crack of dawn, top stories of the morning. While you're yawning, grab your coffee, rise and shine with 8:80 a.m. This is Drop Time. We provide highlights from your favorite teams. Got Dave and Rick making plenty of picks. It's Rule 76.
Let's go. It is a Thursday, 13th day of August, 2026. You got DNR here on ESPN New York. Dan and Rick. Cross at DiPietro at 800-919-3776. The telephone number. I look over and see Harvey Cruz. He is bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Ray Santiago running around doing a million things in his own right. And I look to my left and I see my guy. He is here. He is in the living flesh. The great Rick DiPietro.
I made it.
You made it.
I did it.
How the hell are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Oh, it's good to see you.
7 alarms later, I did it. Was not going to allow this one to get away from me.
Which one of the alarms actually worked today?
I went with your advice. I went with the first one.
There you go.
Yeah, went with the first one. Usually
go.
I like to ease my way into it so I don't wake my wife up. I go with the vibration first. Just to, wet the whistle. Set the mood. Didn't. Went right to the sound.
How did I know that was going to be a topic of conversation?
That's usually what I do. I try to be respectful because I don't want to wake her up. She doesn't need to wake up that early.
No.
So I usually go vibrate, then the sound, vibrate, sound. And I just went sound. I was looking at different songs. I had a whole playlist. I went with a whole playlist.
So you have your own little personal jukebox going at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
I think my thought process was if I wake her up, but it's a song she really likes, maybe she won't be as angry.
Right. Like she'd sit there like bobbing her head while she's on the pillow like, oh, yeah,
wow.
I get into this groove a little bit, yeah.
And you know what the best part of this is? I get to sleep for another 3 hours, I try to explain to her, like, don't you like when you wake up in the middle of the night? And it's like, wow, I still have at least, a good...
I got some time to kill.
Yeah.
No, the worst is when you wake up, like you beat the alarm yourself, and then you look over at the alarm clock, and then you start to process, like, what time I have to wake up, and if it's only like a half an hour before the alarm is going off, I'd be like, you know what, the hell with it, I'm just going to get up now.
No. Still go back to sleep.
When you go back to sleep, what happens?
I juice every second. Worse is when you're like 2 minutes before the alarm. It's like, oh, man, I just gained nothing.
Yeah, but then if you do get up, you're like, you see that I'm being proactive today. 2 minutes before the alarm. I beat it, baby.
I think I'm past that point.
We're not cutting corners today.
Nope.
None of that stuff.
It's a Thursday. It's a big day for us.
Huge day. It's a knobs day.
Yankees scored some runs finally.
And,
it was nice.
And football tonight. Football.
Oh, yeah, we do have football tonight, don't we?
We got football. Yes, we do. This ain't no Hall of Fame game nonsense, and that was actually kind of entertaining, too, last week.
Good game.
But tonight you got 6 games. You got the first look of the Mike McCarthy/Aaron Rodgers reunion with Pittsburgh, I see, taking on their former team in Green Bay. You got the Bob Saleh experience, taking off with the Titans visiting San Francisco, among others. So you got 6 games. I don't know if anything monumental is going to happen. I don't even know what starters are going to play, but nevertheless, we got games.
Yeah. I mean, that's all you want. Something to watch. The NFL's back. Get you excited. Got fantasy football coming. No, Ray doesn't want to participate because he's a purist. God forbid he just co-manages a team so he could be a part of the show. I'm not a fantasy guy either, though, so I'm with Ray. Stop for a second.
Yeah.
Okay? Everyone on the show does fantasy. I have an opening. Just so happens I have an opening on my team. Not to manage his own team. Just help out. Right? I mean, you're a football guy. He's a football guy.
No strings attached.
No strings attached. Hey, Ray, what do you think of this? No, doesn't want any piece of it. Best part of my day yesterday? WhatsApp. Got Harvey sending me stuff now.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was like, I wonder what this is. Oh, Harvey's sending funny messages.
I didn't get anything yesterday. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I didn't set up the WhatsApp, though, either.
You actually have to set up
I got a big WhatsApp thing now.
Yeah, I didn't set it up.
I'm connected. Me and Harvey.
There's literally an app. You have to download an app. It's WhatsApp.
What, yes. You don't have WhatsApp?
No.
Oh, my
what the hell do I need it for?
Has WhatsApp.
I thought everyone liked that. Hey, you've learned something new every day, buddy. Just trying to adding to your life. That's all I'm trying to do.
With the WhatsApp.
Yeah, it's a secure. Listen to Ray. It's a secure conversation. That's why Ray likes it. Secure.
So is a text message.
He doesn't trust it.
He doesn't?
Ray does not trust iMessage. That's why he doesn't.
Well, no, not iMessage. He doesn't trust the iMessage, but a text message, that's secure regardless of what you have.
Whatever.
Which, by the way, now he and I are back to like the old way of doing things. Like I get the green blob when he texts me.
That's what happens. Yeah.
You know?
I'm surprised he's not using a carrier pigeon.
Message in a bottle.
to be really safe about it.
So when you said your fantasy team?
Yeah.
What league is this?
This is this league.
This league.
This is John Winthrop's league. Yeah.
See, I'm not familiar with the league because I don't play fantasy. So you got how many people are in the league?
I'm in the league. Ray's not in the league. RJ's in the league. Dave's in the league. Broncher's in the league.
John's in the league.
John's in the league. Anthony's in the league. We got some holdovers that aren't even here at the station.
I was going to say, how many people are in the league that are no longer employed here?
Well, doesn't that say everything you need to know about how good this league is? That even when you leave, you still want to be a part of the league?
You can't quit the league.
You're out, then that's it.
How many teams are we talking? We get double
12?
digits? 12? Okay.
12 teams, I think.
Anything shady ever happen in this league? Because everybody's got a gripe with this.
Yeah, I think there's always just the natural fantasy football stuff. I don't think there's any real drama that goes on. I don't think people love the fact that we're up so early.
Did you have some accusations against John a couple of years ago or something?
The Fakakta trade?
Because he's the commissioner, right?
Yeah, we think that John may have a farm system. Like it could be someone himself or like a brother that's involved with the team.
A fantasy farm system?
And then John just will conveniently make these trades. But it's alleged.
Well, who won last year?
It's never been proven. I don't even know who won.
Ray, you familiar with this? Who won?
No, because he won't do it. I'm trying to drag him into it. He won't do it.
Dave won a couple years ago, didn't he?
This is a couple years ago, and he still calls himself the champion.
Right.
He's a former champion. Stop. Maybe John? No, I don't think John won.
I think RJ was in the championship, but I don't think he won.
No.
Well, what happens if the commissioner in the league is winning this thing? Is there any? That's what I'm saying. That's a little suspicious.
No,
it's happened.
Won.
It's happened.
Yeah, he's won. John's won before.
And I think there's integrity there.
John's an excellent fantasy player.
Really?
Yeah.
Now this is just football. You guys don't do baseball.
No. Dave and RJ do baseball. It's too much time for me. I can't do baseball.
Yeah, it's literally every day.
Yeah, I can't do it.
That doesn't suit you either, right, Ray? No fantasy baseball?
Now, if I wouldn't play fantasy football, what makes you think I'd play fantasy baseball?
Because you're a football purist, and maybe you don't want to intervene with what you hold so near and dear and sacred. That's why.
No.
You never called yourself a baseball purist.
No, but I feel like baseball would be way more time consuming. Way more.
It would be awful. Every single day. Setting your lineup. Send this guy up. Send this guy down. Make it. No, I got no time for it. None whatsoever.
I couldn't do it.
Now, be honest with me. Last night, when the Yankees were down 3-0 in the first inning, what are you thinking?
I think we're all thinking the same thing. This game's probably over.
Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it.
It's like, boy, this is fun. On the mothership, no less, an ESPN game. Our guy Buster there after no lunch yesterday.
Yep.
And the Yanks are in a 3-0 hole, and you're thinking, oh, here we go again. There's no way they're climbing out of this. And you know what? They were going through a stretch there where if they were down 2-0, forget about 3-0, the game was over because they couldn't score any runs. But these are the new Yankees. These are the new and improved offensive machine. And then little by little, they keep fighting and fighting. And then in the late innings, they break the game open. And how about that? Double digits, a 10 spot on the board for this baseball team. Nice to see. Nice to see. And how about Trent Grisham making up for his brain fart in the field in the second inning? I'll tell you, he had one last night. Luis Robert had one down in Atlanta. I don't know what it was about New York center fielders last night. Just completely, checking out.
Well, the idea that Luis Robert's playing center field anyway is just boggles the mind a little bit, but that's fine.
They're showcasing him.
Different conversation
for Japan.
Different day. We're looking forward to the last couple months of Luis Robert. No, I think when you look at this Yankees team, I think we're all thinking, we'll take some phone calls on it today, but I think most Yankees fans are probably thinking the same thing. Once you get off to that start, and I know the Mariners stink, still your offense hasn't been good. Well, how are we gonna get back into this thing? And to their credit, you have a couple guys that haven't had great seasons that are starting to get hot, right? I mean, Trent Grisham, we can make the decision if we want whether or not we feel like defensively he's the same guy. I'd say he's not. I think you agree with me. Boone Trussum out there, you saw the play last night. He's fine. He's not. I mean, he's clearly lost a step. Mm-hmm. And then when you couple that with the fact that his offense hasn't been really good, you start to ask yourself, what are we doing exactly here? But recently, he's been better offensively. Big game last night. Wells was coming around a little bit, right, which is nice to see. And then you get some contributions from Spencer Jones.
What I like about last night, though, and this is what would give me a little, pep in my step if I was a Yankee fan today, is that not only did you score the 10 runs, but you did it on a night where your starting pitching wasn't there for a change. Because that has been so rock solid for you. Warren didn't have it last night. Okay, it's bound to happen to somebody. They've been so good for so long. But the fact that they were able to overcome that, the bullpen comes in. locks it down and allows the offense to kind of stretch its legs a little bit here. Tremendous. And I don't know if that's going to be a recipe for success night in and night out for this team. Probably not, at least until you get everybody back. But for the time being, that was a good win last night. I don't care how bad Seattle is. You got to do what you can to keep pace with Tampa Bay, even though you don't love their chances of winning that division. And, oh, by the way, you widen your lead on the Red Sox here because all of a sudden the Red Sox can't win. They went from can't lose to can't win.
No, the fact that you were down, right? You're down bad. Like, it started to chip away. Mariners kept scoring, and now you fight back, tie it up, and then put your foot on the gas and score 10 runs in a day where your starting pitching wasn't good, and it's been great. But it is a lot of pressure you're putting on the rotation to go out there every single night and throw up, I mean, virtually a zero.
Yep.
Just because you haven't scored. To have a couple of these guys that, listen, you had expectations for Grisham. You may not have been happy that he accepted the qualifying offer. $22 million is too much, especially if we're only going to spend a certain amount of money. Do we want to take those resources and put it into a player that we don't feel like is going to be what he was last year when he had a career year? And Grisham has not been great, but he is a guy that the manager trusts, right? It's pretty clear. It's evident that which is as someone that coaches, like that's really what you want. Can I trust that you're going to give me a certain level of production or whatever it is? Like, this is your role. You know it. I know it. And I can trust that you're going to go do it. They're going to need Trent Grisham if he's going to play every day because he's an Aaron Boone guy to produce. So the fact that he started to heat up here a little bit and he's off to a good start in August is big. The fact that you didn't go out and get a catcher, right? So it's not like, hey, it's okay if Austin Wells continues to struggle because we got Liam Hicks. No. You don't like the other option either. You don't like Ali Sanchez as the other option.
No.
Right? So it's like Austin Wells is going to need to figure it out. And so far, so good. I mean, month of August has been good for him the last 9 games. OPS over 1,000. So, I mean, these are all positive signs as you sit here and kind of wait for the reinforcements.
And look at Bellinger, for example, because that Stanton's not going to play the outfield, right? So
No.
Bellinger is a guy you're going to throw him in the outfield in some way, shape, or form.
What do you do with Spencer Jones, though?
Well, that's the question, right? Because I'm thinking about this. And let's leave Judge out of the conversation for now because he's supposedly the last one to return out of these 3 guys, so we're being told, right? So if you bring Bellinger back, you got Bellinger, you've got Grisham, you've got Spencer Jones, you've got Elliot Ramos, for example. Am I forgetting anybody else out there that would realistically go play?
No.
Probably not, right? Okay. So you're going to probably mix and match a little bit. Ramos being the right-handed bat, Grisham lefty, Bellinger a lefty, Spencer Jones a lefty. When you're facing a right-handed pitcher, obviously Ramos is the guy that's going to take a seat, right? I mean, that's the way it's going to go because you want to stack your lefties.
Right, but this is part of the issue I just have in general with the Yankees trying to bring players up and develop them is
that if you're not going to be playing every day, what is that going to do to your development?
Right.
I agree. You're stunting the growth.
But even the argument with Dominguez when he was having a hard time from the right side, and then they recognized he's having a hard time from the right side, and hey, we can't just sit here and live with you not being able to hit. So now you become someone that we're not going to play against lefties. It's like, well, how's he going to learn how to hit righty if you don't play him against left-handed pitching? So I would even ask the question this way. In a perfect world, like let's play this perfect world game, which we know is
love the perfect world
but
game.
It's probably not going to happen. But like sometimes I get aggravated when it's like it's a good problem to have. But by definition, problem is still a problem, right? So even if it's a good problem, it's something you have to figure out. Judge comes back, right? They've done all the right things. He's healed up, and they're able to play him in right field, right? So by the time we get to the postseason, he's your right fielder.
God knows when that'll be, though, right?
Grisham's on a nice. He's got a nice little spurt here, but he kind of gets back to what maybe he's been, and the defense clearly isn't what it used to be. I got Bellinger back. He's going to be in left field. Now you got Judge in right and Bellinger in left. Judge is playing every game.
Those are your corner. Well, again, they might want to get him off his feet.
Perfect world.
Right.
He's going to be in the lineup every game. Okay?
Okay.
Bellinger in left. What are you doing in center? Spencer Jones is a better defensive center fielder right now than Grisham is.
Of course he is. But do you trust him with the at-bats?
That's the thing.
Right.
But you are a team now that is strength as a starting pitching. We talk about having defense at third, defense behind the plate. I mean, I know you're paying him $22 million, but Spencer Jones is your future.
When you get these guys back and you have to make some concessions with your roster, Spencer Jones still going to stay up here?
That's another good question.
Right? Because think about it. You're getting an outfielder back in Bellinger.
And
right?
you got Ramos.
and you got Ramos. I mean, you just traded for Ramos.
Then you're going to get Judge back.
And then you're going to get Judge back. So I don't know if he stays.
Right.
I really and truly don't. You know, like, given the way that they've built this team, and you went out there, and I'm not throwing Garcia into this because he's not going to factor into the outfield conundrum, but you went out there and you brought in a couple of veterans with the intent that these guys are going to be a part of things, right? They're going to be in the mix. So Ramos ain't going anywhere.
No.
Grisham's not going anywhere. Bellinger, Judge. You know, like we said, Stanton's not going to play the field.
No, you got Cabby that can play the outfield.
You got Cabby can play the outfield.
Rosario can play the outfield. Yeah.
In a perfect world, you don't want that to happen, though.
No, but just as far as, like, who's staying and who's going, I mean, that would make, to your point.
I think in a perfect world for the Yankees. Perfect world.
Imagine that's where you're at, though. Like, just as a team, like, in general, right now in this moment where offense hasn't been good and you hear the complaints, and it's understandable, and I'd get frustrated, too, that a guy that potentially, like, once you start to get healthier here, might not be up here, is batting third.
Right.
For you right now.
Well, I mean, that's the reality sometimes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I mean, look, I think game one of the playoffs, if you talk about what this team ideally looks like, infield, McMahon at third, Lombard at short, Jazz at second, depending on what you're facing. I mean, you still say Ben Rice at first. Let's just say, okay, Ben Rice at first. Then that means you're going to have somebody behind the plate, probably Wells. Outfield left to right, Bellinger in left, Judge in right, and like you said, likely Grisham in center. So then what do you do for that DH spot? Luis Garcia.
Yeah.
That's a team. And is it going to be good enough?
And you're going to say, too, I mean, you'll have the option potentially, too, depending on what McMahon's bat looks like, is do we want to put, I mean, you could start Cabby at third if you wanted to, and then bring in as a defensive replacement later if you want.
I mean, it's possible.
Could. You got the versatility.
I like what I've seen lately from the bat, though, with him.
It's been better.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
base
maybe that comes around.
Base running wasn't great last night.
No, base running wasn't great. I mean, it's some of these guys on the bases, it's amazing. Especially, like, when the play is right in front of them. Like, it's amazing how they just can't get a good read or they just don't pick up the coach signals. Or I don't get it. You know? Like, that's a part of the game here. Yeah. You shouldn't slide on that stuff.
I would think that, like, as you ascend to, to the major leagues, that this was something that you were probably good at, right? You learn it. I'm sure through Little League and then high school and in college, you were probably pretty good at running the bases. Not sure where that went or how that just disappears sometimes, but it's not great.
No, not great at all. It isn't. All right, big Thursday show here. We want to hear from you at 800-919-3776. We'll hear from Aaron Boone when we return, and I don't know. 4 out of 5 in the win column for this team. Vibes are a little bit better than maybe they were a week ago. Is this something that's contagious with this offense and the performance? They go for the sweep this afternoon, a little matinee baseball, giving the ball to Max Fried over in the Bronx. So we'll talk some Yankees here. Like we said, football, still a big topic of conversation. You got a handful of preseason games tonight. Jets and Bucks wrapped up the joint practices yesterday. Some takeaways from that. You got the Giants getting ready for the Vikings on Saturday. Jets will host Tampa on Friday night. Plus, a shocker right after we got off the air yesterday. How about a major transaction involving one of the preeminent sports franchises in North American sports? It is Dan. It is Rick. It is Thursday. It's DNR on ESPN New York.
This is Carlin on ESPN New York.
Jeff Passan is with us, WWE guy. Where are you on Danhausen?
It's I, Danhausen, here with great news. You're still cursed.
Entertaining, annoying. Your thoughts?
I think you can be both at the same time.
And that's brilliant. And that's how I've made a career.
Chris Carlin, weekdays at 10 a.m. on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
There are a million reasons to love New York. Making your budget stretch isn't one of them. According to an independent study, Amazon prices average 14% lower than other retailers. Get food, fashion, furniture, and more shipped straight to your building. Plus, another study found Amazon Prescription Pass customers pay nearly 1/3 less out of pocket. Learn more at aboutamazon.com.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
Miller time. People think it just happens, but that's not true. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go say hello with some beers. Make the plans. Forget the couch. Go to that thing. Play the game. See them in person. Talk to that stranger. Live a little. Small acts of rebellion that bring us together. Because legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on a DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
University of Maryland Global Campus offers more than 50 flexible online certificates that provide short-term credentials and real-world skills you can use immediately. With a range of affordable undergraduate and graduate certificates in high-demand fields like business, AI, cybersecurity, data analytics, and healthcare, you can earn credentials quickly to help advance your career. No application fee if you apply by September 1st. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
This is the Michael K. Show.
Talking with Alex Rodriguez, what you've seen of Lombard, what do you think?
It's amazing when you have a plus defender at short, how it makes your entire team better defensively. Lombard can do for the Yankees defensively and for those great pitchers what Aaron Judge does for the offense. That's how good Lombard can be.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
All right, Dan and Rick, off we go on this Thursday here on ESPN New York at 800-919-3776. Don't forget, too, Knobservations, did it happen in Florida? A Harvey Cruz-led Stuff You Missed, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Raymond? That Harvey gave me the thumbs up.
That.
Oh, nice. And yesterday was a rousing success.
Yeah. It's unfortunate I missed some of it, but stuff you missed.
Admission is the first step to recovery.
Yeah, I missed some soccer talk. What do you want me to tell you? I checked out. When he said under flux, I was like, I'm done.
Come on, Raymond. I mean, Harvey's useless.
Under flux, Rick's done. Rick's off the emails. That's what I was doing. Some responses I had to, which is amazing too to me. People, I've been doing this radio show for I don't know how many years.
A lot of years.
People will still call me or like email me or text me with like stuff that needs to be like responded to while the show's going on. Yeah, I thought you were done.
Well, why do you take the call?
It's the same time every day.
I thought you were done.
I didn't know. Expo, maybe I would use that as a conversation starter.
It was like 8:45. Oh, I thought you were off. Yeah, because I got one of those shows that goes 6 to 8:30.
No, we play the commercial. We play the replay at 8:45 or whatever. We have a 20-minute chunk where we just kind of roll what happened in the first hour.
It's one of those new 6 to 8:30 shows.
Yeah. And then we could go step out for some breakfast and then come back to land the plane at the end for Raise 3 stars. Big secret, just unveiled. The only thing that's alive in the final 90 minutes are the 3 stars.
Let's be honest, we wouldn't be the first radio show to do that.
Well, that's what I mean. Follow suit. Why not, Ray, right?
Ray's no, everything is live here, I assure you. Every single thing.
Can you really assure?
Yes. There's not much that I can assure you, but I can assure you of that. We're live. We're a live radio program. A
yes,
real
we are.
live radio program.
It is live. It is in living color. Everybody is here. What could be better? All right, here's Aaron. You want to hear from Aaron Boone a little bit?
I would love to.
Oh, Aaron Boone. His team's feeling good. How about that offense, by the way? My gosh, they are unstoppable. What about that attack, Aaron?
Yeah, good. More encouraging signs, right? Again, I'll take it back even to the Saturday against Chris Sale. I thought had a good offensive performance, but even getting shut down Sunday, I thought there were some good things. Yesterday, some good things. Today, obviously, to break out like that where we haven't done that in a while against a team that's good at limiting runs. So to get a lot of contributions, a lot of big at-bats too. Again, last night late in the game, we had those important at-bats, whether it was a walk, whether it was a knock. More of that tonight. Some good left-on-left at-bats. So good to see everyone contribute, especially when you fall behind like that in the first inning, 3-0, and we just kind of kept crawling our way into it, and eventually the dam broke.
Who had Brent Hedrick, by the way, on the bingo card at the beginning of the season as being just like borderline irreplaceable for this team, right?
Nobody. I think it's the interesting part about the bullpen in general. How up and down it feels like it is, or how year to year it is. Like Luke Weaver last year wasn't good. Luke Weaver this year is lights out. Should have been an all-star. So no, it's the fact that he stepped up. It's just was one of the reasons why I think, Yankees fans at the deadline, I know there was so much talk about the catching position, but it's like, okay, could we add to the bullpen just because there's not a long track record here of like this kind of success. And it's not just him. It's Blackburn too. Blackburn's been great also. He has.
He has been, but in a big spot, I'm still a little bit leery. We saw enough of him the other side of town, you know what I'm saying? And I know that this thing is kind of cyclical, especially with relief pitchers. And this is a guy who was a former starter, by the way, of course, and he's made the transition out of necessity. But I mean,
aren't all bullpen guys former starters?
Failed starters?
Yeah, that's why that's where the whole argument exists. Like, why are we so quick to get to the bullpen?
Just because like corners are failed wide receivers,
right? Like
wide receivers with bad hands,
they can't catch.
Yeah,
but it's like so the guy that you're bringing in used to be a starter, but wasn't good enough to be a starter. Why are we taking our starter out? Was always the kind of like the argument.
And he could be a long man for you. He could pitch multiple innings, so on and so forth. You could throw him in the middle of the game, and he's not going to be deterred because he's going to feel, hey, I'm starting a game. Yeah. Why not? I don't know. But I will say this, and I know we still got another game to play this afternoon. I like the vibes currently with this team. And we could be sitting here next week having a completely different conversation. But I like what's happening right now with this team. Like last night, perfect example. Like normally, if this was even just a couple of weeks ago, like you're down 3-0 in the first inning, it's like, all right, turn off your sets. What else is on? Let's go to Netflix or something. But no, things are good. And today, you got your guy going. You got Fried going. You should like your chances of getting a sweep. And then you go to Toronto this weekend, and then another test awaits you because, you've had some struggles up there, as we know. Toronto's still fighting for their lives, trying to see if they can make a late surge to sneak into the playoff conversation. So, it's fun. And we talked about it to close out the month of August. Like, this is going to be a real telling next 2.5 weeks for this team while they still await the reinforcements.
Yeah, right. But, to your point, you like the way it's trending, right? You like the idea that Grisham's starting to heat up, that Wells is starting to heat up. Spencer Jones looks like he's getting more and more comfortable. The addition of George Lombard Jr. It's just, these are all positive things. Like, I think sometimes when there's like two big cliches I feel like that we use quite a bit, which is when you have guys that are injured and then come back, hey, it's just like making a big move at the deadline. Like, you've heard that. But it's also this could be a blessing in disguise, right? Like, it could be, right? Like, it could be like the idea that this team now has been able to get through this period of time without, arguably the best player in baseball and without Bellinger and without Stanton, and has been able to keep themselves afloat and had opportunities in these moments to, come up in big spots and have big moments, and also use this time as a chance to, figure things out a little bit and get your season back on track. Austin Wells has been awful, right? Yankees fans were done with Austin Wells. Like, he was like not even a major league bat.
Right. Well, get an upgrade at the deadline, right?
Right, and the fact that you didn't upgrade at the deadline and they doubled down on it. No, we love him defensively. We know our strength is our pitching staff. Okay, well, if that's the case, he's going to have to figure it out. Because I can't have a hole like that at the bottom of my lineup. And to his credit, right, he's starting to figure it out. If Grisham's going to play every day in center field, and I'm not going to change your mind, and it's not going to be like it's going to be him and no one else, then he's going to have to figure it out offensively. And he's starting to figure it out. So, like you mentioned McMahon's at-bats have been better. Like, this is all important stuff because, again, it can't just be, hey, all these guys stink, and Aaron Judge is going to come back and solve everybody's problems, because that's just not fair to Aaron Judge.
And it
that's
can't
not
happen.
The reality.
And it's not going to happen. You're absolutely right about that. You mentioned Spencer Jones, or we talked about Spencer Jones, how he seems to certainly be getting it together, but what does his future have in store once the injured guys return here? Here's the Yankee manager on Spencer Jones and what he's seen from him since his most recent call-up.
I feel like he's had some adjustability. You start with, obviously, his size and strength and speed and real natural power. He touches it on the barrel, it's getting hit hard. So he's got that, but I feel like he's done a good job of having kind of professional at-bats every day. I think he understands some of his strengths and weaknesses. I think he has been pretty good at having a plan going up there and knowing what that pitcher's strengths and weaknesses are, and then kind of blending a plan from that. And he's shown some adaptability at this level, which has been good.
Now, look, in a perfect world, and I hate you, I got to stop saying that, because you were the one that started the perfect world game earlier, and I've kind of just latched onto that and can't.
He used it one time though.
Yeah, but I know, but it was contagious. You're very infectious with the things that you throw out.
Like what
there.
happened to your phone?
Exactly. By the way,
what you explained was like, I didn't want to say it.
So can I, before you say, and don't, Raymond, no, it doesn't have to be revisited, okay?
You told the story of Magic Johnson, but replaced it with your phone. That's what you did.
I never said it.
Did he not?
I never mentioned his name.
Troubling.
I never mentioned his name.
What you did. It's exactly what you did.
I won't name names, but at some point later in the day, when I was out and about doing something, somebody got a hold of me and said, wow, that was a take.
That was something. That was quite the analogy. All right, finish your perfect world situation.
Okay, so the Spencer Jones situation.
Yeah.
What happens? What if? Let's play the what if game.
Oh, I like
this
game.
game.
Here we go.
The what if.
I love
what if Spencer Jones does not slow down?
Yeah.
What if he keeps this up? How is that now going to impact the plans for October?
Well,
Think about
that's why
that.
I asked you the question.
Right? Think about it. I mean, I don't know. I'll say this. I'll give him at least 50-50. Why not? He's got all the ability in the world.
He does.
That'd be a pleasant surprise.
Well, I mean, you almost tie this into the conversation we had yesterday about just my lack of enthusiasm with the whole Geno Smith stuff. Like, do I want Geno Smith to play well? Yeah, I want him to play well, but I also recognize that he's almost 36 years old. So it's like, he's not my future. He's a placeholder. Trent Grisham's a placeholder.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to start using perfect world too often.
Don't use it.
If you're a Yankees fan, that's exactly what you'd hope would happen. Like, we're the Yankees. I don't have to worry about the fact that I've already made the mistake of paying Trent Grisham $22 million. If Spencer Jones just goes crazy, and he's a big piece of this moving forward. We've heard so much about Spencer Jones. It's the left-handed version. Like, if Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani had a baby, it would be Spencer Jones.
Who's this now? Shohei Ohtani and who?
He looks like Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge.
Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge procreate.
It would be.
And the offspring is Spencer Jones.
Yeah. Think about it.
Because he's tall?
6'7". Similar stance to Ohtani. That's what you would want. Because Spencer Jones is one of those players that you've heard, well, we can't include him in a deal because he's going to be this. Right? It's Volpe, Dominguez, it was Spencer Jones. So, yeah, I mean, if that happens, now, I mean, his August numbers don't scream to you that that's going to happen since he's at, a 171, slugging 371 right now, so it's not great. But, yeah, I mean, that's what I would want. And plus, I think defensively, he's a younger player. Grisham's clearly lost a step. I don't know if it's just he's pacing himself because it's the regular season, but even that play last night. That's your ball.
He ain't getting another qualifying offer, I can tell you that.
That's your ball, though.
So he's going to have to be singing for his supper somewhere.
You put George Lombard in a bad spot there.
Imagine if they collided, God forbid.
Oh.
Can you imagine, or for something, he clipped like George Lombard's leg or ankle or knee or something like that, and then he goes, oh, my gosh.
Hated.
They throw tomatoes at him.
They'd have been hated.
Be out. 800-919-3776. That is the telephone number. Continue the Yankee conversation, and also we'll flip to the Mets for a second here. Not so much what happened last night, okay, they lose, whatever, but what about looking ahead to the Mets and how to turn this thing around and to get it back on track for 27? Somebody's got some ideas, including a bold one. We'll talk about all that when we return. It's Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Miller time. People think it just happens, but that's not true. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go say hello with some beers. Make the plans. Forget the couch. Go to that thing. Play the game. See him in person. Talk to that stranger. Live a little. Small acts of rebellion that bring us together. Because legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
The U.S. Open kicks off with Fan Week, Sunday, August 23rd through Saturday, August 29th. The grounds are free and open to the public, featuring top player practices, live entertainment, a silent disco, block party, and more. Plus, new this year, Fan Week begins with Arthur Ashe Kids Day on Sunday, August 23rd. Grounds entry is free, but a fan access pass is required. Register now and learn more at usopen.org/fanweek.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Pros, find the right flooring for the job in Lowe's newly redesigned flooring showroom. Shop our expanded assortment of trusted brands and get up to 35% off style selections, Stainmaster, and Stainmaster Pet Protect Special Order Carpet. And while you're here, save $100 on the DeWalt 20-volt max 6-amp-hour 2-pack of batteries. Now just $179. Get more of what you need faster and save more where it counts from the ground up. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 8/26 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
All righty, Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776, the telephone number. Did you guys see the story on Jayden Daniels and the drama with LSU?
Well,
Did you see this?
He gave his number away.
There's a story that you're
That's
pirating
Regina.
for me.
So
Regina's not happy.
That was going to show
Did you
up
just
in Knobs.
hijack it?
Yeah,
in Knobservations?
Yeah.
This guy stinks.
Stuff you missed as well, by the way.
You can't do it in both, Harvey.
Well,
because that
I just brought it up. It's a tease. It's a stuff you miss / observational tease.
It's right here.
Well, you'll hear more about it in an hour.
Okay, quick. Call up ESPN. Tell them to take it off SportsCenter because we got it in Observations.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Quick, take it off. It's in Observations.
Defensive over there, huh?
It's a different program, Dan.
Well, you were the one that jumped down my throat.
I didn't. Ray jumped initially down your throat, and I added to your throat.
And all I said...
What? You guys are disgusting. You know what? You guys are disgusting. You guys are sick individuals.
6:40 in the morning. There it is.
You guys are gross.
It's not even 6:40.
You guys
I got
are gross.
6:39.
You guys
we didn't even make it to 6:40.
I'm not the one who made mentions about the vibrators at 6:02.
As a vibrating alarm, right? Sick freak.
But he spelled out specifically like which ones vibrate and which ones have sound out of the 7 different alarms too.
Give you a full rundown. I had a mishap yesterday. I wanted to fix the situation, so I did it.
All right, so you know what then? I'm not going to talk about Jayden Daniels. All I'll tell you is that stay tuned for Knobservations, which comes around 7:45, 7:50. You get a little so let me ask you a question.
It is knobbish behavior though by Jayden McDaniels, surprisingly so, because I didn't think he had that in him.
Oh, I think he's got it in him. Nowadays, everybody's
that what he's doing is extremely petty.
Yeah, it is. But so here's the question that I have. So you said it's going to be in Knobservations. And then I heard Harvey in the background say that it's also going to be in Stuff You Missed. How many more times do we have to talk about it?
That's one we're going to have to discuss. I don't think it should go in both.
It's not going to be in Sim.
One or
That's
the
it.
other.
Yeah, it's over.
No, he's got a lot of soccer talk for Sim.
Yeah, big stuff happened yesterday. Yeah.
Do we have some soccer talk?
We could have it. I'm not sure if Rick wants to take part of it.
No, here's why we need to have it, because I know that Rick loves it.
I love it.
So I'm advocating for it because I know that it's big in your wheelhouse.
Former soccer player. You're a high school soccer player.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Hockey team allowed that?
Well, we had to play 3 sports.
When you had to play 3
It was
sports.
suggested at the high school I went to that you play 3 sports. So I played soccer, hockey, and baseball.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you a goalie in soccer?
Yes, I was. Which actually was to my benefit, too, because there's a lot of running.
Yeah.
Soccer practice, lots of running.
And they used both feet.
Both feet.
How about that?
My only issue was that our coach was like a former legitimate college soccer player.
What did you say, like former U.S. national?
Who would take absolute rockets.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Rockets. That ball hurts.
I actually used to like playing goalie for soccer, like just, the park friends, like screwing around.
Just messing around.
But never organized. No, I was never allowed to play goalie, because I was too valuable with other.
Plus, you're not that big.
Doesn't matter, though. It's more about agility.
Well, it's about size also. I mean,
but you're not huge.
Did you see any small World Cup goalies? They were humongous.
Well, that's their problem.
I think size is like a big issue for...
You need to be quick like a cat.
Yeah, and huge.
Yeah, but you're not, super tall.
I'm not super tall, but I mean, I don't know if
that wouldn't have benefited you for hockey.
I don't know if I would compare, my athleticism to your athleticism, no offense.
Soccer-wise?
Just in general-wise.
Just in general-wise.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really feel like this is a tough thing to think about. We're having such a hard time with this.
I like this. It's funny how he rolled his eyes there too. He's like, I know this is a tough thing to think about.
I don't know if this is a hard conversation to have.
He's like, I was a pro. Here he goes again. The guy's saying just because he's good at one sport, all these guys can play the other sports
too. No, they
too.
can't. No, they cannot.
Thank you.
No, they cannot.
I'm glad you agree on something.
I'm telling you right now though, that was like a big shock to me. As you move up, right? You just expect just athletically that when you get to a certain level, guys are all good athletes. And then you watch them play other sports, and it's, oof.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's like, hey, throw a football.
Well, how many of these dudes do we
Tim Tebow-ish.
What's what I mean? How many of these dudes do we see, even when they go out and, throw out the first pitch for a baseball game, and they, completely butcher it?
I tell the story all the time, and Dave would jump down, not going to even say it because you guys are disgusting, would get all over me for this, is...
Jump down your knee.
So, you remember Matt Molson?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you put Matt Molson in front of a net, and you shoot as hard as you can. If I took Zdeno Chara, taking one-time bombs from the point, 100 pucks, Molson's getting probably, 75% of those he'll get a stick on. He's that good in front of the net. You put a baseball bat in his hand, couldn't make contact.
Nothing.
He ate almost the entire batting practice with the Mets up, missing baseballs because they felt so bad. They kept throwing them to him. I was like, dude, we got the rest of us got 3 swings because he just ate the whole time up. I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I was like, Matt,
didn't you clear that first before he went up there?
Oh no, it was a disaster. We went there and they asked us did you bring a bat? It's like, why would we bring a bat?
Who goes to a baseball game and brings a bat?
We play hockey. You invited us.
Yeah.
Did you bring gloves? What? I didn't know we had to bring gloves.
Did that happen often, by the way?
No, that was the only time that happened.
One time.
Well, no, because the first time I went, which was when I became a Mets fan, Piazza dressed me up in full. I hit with the starting lineup. I sat in a pitcher's meeting. I ate breakfast, lunch, the whole deal. I was in the clubhouse the whole time.
Really?
It was unbelievable.
Now, how did you get to do that?
Because I got drafted.
So it was just right when he got drafted.
I was Italian. He was Italian. So he called up.
So it was like an Italian social club thing, right?
Yeah. I went with no expectations. Showed up. He dresses me full gear. Go, hey, David, what size cleat are you? He gives me David Wright. Makes David Wright give me his cleats. Bobby Valentine's watching me hit. It was unbelievable.
Another Italian?
And then I sat with him and Al Leiter for the pitchers meeting.
So this was before you even played a game for the Islanders, right? This is when you got drafted.
I don't know if it was the year I got drafted or the second year. It was the first couple, maybe the first year.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome. Beginning of the second year, maybe.
And then what happened once the game started?
I sat there in the clubhouse for a little bit, and then with John Franco, and he was sitting there in his underwear doing a crossword puzzle. I'll never forget it until they called him. Phone rings. Hey, John, we're going to need you to come into this game.
How'd you feel about that?
Put his uniform on and went out and pitched.
And you were just hanging in the clubhouse.
Shut it down. Yeah. Like his understuff with his stirrups on.
Yeah.
Doing a crossword. They call him, puts the uni on, goes out. I was like, this is unbelievable.
And this is still the Shea days, right?
This was Shea, yeah.
Yeah.
What was amazing about this too is because like you've been in plenty of locker rooms, and football's different than hockey, and hockey's different than all these things. But I've never been in like another professional locker room. So you go in, hockey locker room's like very
tight,
very close. And there's not as many guys. Baseball locker room, it was like you had every like the guys like from down south were like in their own area. They were betting on how big a buck. Like they're watching hunting. I'll bet you this much. This is this buck weighed this much. And then I got guys over here. I got the Japanese guys over here. It's like, wow, this is crazy. And then Cliff Floyd comes in. He's like, you're a goalie? You're crazy. It was good.
Cliff Floyd used to give David Wright a lot of playful crap.
But he was good
when David Wright was a
veterans,
rookie.
Like those are good veterans. I love Cliff Floyd. He was great. But that was like
he was a good dude.
Because I always wanted to play baseball. So to like be a part of that was like the coolest. And then I had my hat on backwards, and Bobby Valentine tried to kick me. He's like,
why'd you have your hat on backwards? What are you?
Well, no, because I had just got back. I just got back.
Oh, from doing BP?
Yeah, so I just had it hanging off like backwards. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, sorry.
So they didn't invite you guys out more, even though you were playing like right down the road, basically?
It changed. Like that, when Piazza was there, he just kind of could do whatever he wanted, which was awesome.
Oh, so Mike was the one who
Mike
kind of
invited
facilitated.
me, and then eventually they invited us again, and I had like similar expectations, and we showed up, and they're like, we didn't even get to go in the clubhouse, didn't meet anybody. I think Angel Pagan came out, and like, hey, what's up? And we took like 5 swings each. Molson took like 45, missed they didn't make contact with the baseball, and then it was like, you can stick around for the game if you want. This is like a 1 o'clock.
If you want. All right, thanks for coming by. You know, we're going to play a game. If you want to hang around, feel free. If not, there's the door.
Yeah, we had no gloves. They didn't give us gloves.
We'll validate your parking.
Yeah, did you guys bring bats? It's like, why would I bring a bat?
Well, got to be honest with you, that's kind of like typical Mets, right?
Well, but it wasn't before,
Did you bring
though.
a bat?
But before it wasn't. Before it was, dude, I'm telling you. And then they took us into the room.
Yeah.
Which was like, I was so jealous of this because we got nothing. That when I was at the Islanders, like the very beginning, we didn't even get like our own sweatshirts. They took us into the swag room and gave us trash bags and were like, what do you want?
Gear. Just
me, my brother, my best buddy, like, and they just fill it up. Like, my brother comes home with like batting helmets. I was like, what are you going to do with the batting helmet? Like, I don't know. They offered it to me, so I took it.
Was it like towards the end of the season and they were doing like the clean out?
No.
I don't blame them at all.
No, but they said, I was like, how does this work? And they go, just the players can bring who they want in here and they can just take stuff. I was like,
Ray, check eBay.
Unreal.
See if there's a Mets authentic batting helmet.
Meanwhile, the Islanders at the time, we got no sandals, we got no sweatshirts, and we finally did. They sold them.
Right.
Game worn, like during the lockout. Where's my stuff? Oh, we sold it.
We sold it.
Yeah, it was game worn sweatshirt.
And if you wanted to buy your jersey, or if you wanted your jersey, you had to buy it, right?
Yes.
It's
Can I have my jersey?
Yeah, but they do that.
No, they wouldn't give us. They signed a deal with some company that would sell the game worn jerseys, and they
course
were all
they did.
numbered, so we never got.
You'd be surprised though. The NFL, they do the same thing. Like if you want to keep your helmet, for example,
you got to buy it.
You got to buy it.
Yeah. And I think you can buy. I think you can work it out before you buy a certain number of the jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what, if it was me,
everything's for sale.
But if it was me, I'd probably want to keep a lot of that stuff too. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is
Jerseys for sure.
Jersey. Even
I wish I
helmets.
had. I don't have enough of my jerseys, but you want stuff to like you can. Yeah, helmets are good too, but you can decorate your office or you can decorate your gym or whatever you want to do with it.
How many of those things did you collect?
I got most of my helmets. The only one I'm missing is my BU helmet. Someone stole it, and then
call Jack Parker.
I don't have. No, he didn't. I had it with me, and it was first year camp. I was in the process of switching helmets. Someone disappeared from the locker room.
How many pucks you have?
No, just a couple. Just a couple that they take and frame for you, and then they give them to like at the end of the season.
First win, first shutout.
Mm-hmm. But I don't have enough. And then they took all my equipment. I had a ton of equipment, and then it was just gone.
They sold
it.
Yes. You got like goalies in like Newfoundland who are sitting there wearing
I'll
like
see
the
it pop
DiPietro
up.
stuff.
People like send me pictures. Like, is this your stuff? I'm like, yep, that was my set that I'd like to have, but it's gone.
What would you see if you had all that stuff, like your pads or whatever? Like, what would you do with
nothing?
it now?
Probably now. Like my kids both catch different hands, so they can't use it.
One's lefty, one's righty. Who's who?
No, they both. I catch.
Oh, I'm
lefty. They
right.
both catch right.
Really?
Yeah. So they couldn't wear it anyway. But it just goes like some of the stuff. I got my Olympic stuff, which is cool. But it just sits in the basement. It's not really. But I guess I would give it away to people. Like if they asked me for like auction stuff, I would give it away. Like a golf tournament.
Well, hopefully down the road you don't turn into one of those guys who needs to sell off his entire collection to be able to make ends meet.
I wouldn't make any money. What am I going to make? Who's going to buy that?
Well, you'd be surprised. Some of these guys who sell off.
I'd upgrade my trailer. All the money from my auction. Rick sold all his equipment and added a futon to his trailer.
You'd sell your Olympic stuff.
No.
2006 Team USA 6th place finish.
How dare you? Great time.
It was 6th, right?
I don't know. We lost to Finland. One of the most.
We lost to other countries too, not just Finland.
The most depressing day of my life.
Losing to Finland.
Oh, just losing in the Olympics. Terrible.
Yeah, but if I'm going back to those days, like I don't think like
we were.
Yeah, you weren't like expected to medal.
That was the
or
Sweden one. No, Sweden.
Yeah, that was Lundqvist. That was his.
Yeah, but Sweden, they were loaded. Sweden was loaded. Finland was good.
Even Russia got to play in that Olympic.
We were old. We were like kind of like the very end of all the great Americans. And now this new
John Graham, Esche,
and then there's this. Well, then the new crop. We have the U.S. I mean, the U.S. program has completely changed U.S. hockey.
Right, and now they're the champs.
Most of these guys are from that program. But that was my first year. We were the first year of that program. I don't know how it still existed after that.
They wanted
some of the stuff.
If there was
some of the stuff that went on.
If there was a reason to maybe like re-examine the resources and the money that everything is being allocated for with Team USA,
I could tell you stories all day. Man.
Look at what these guys did. And what was it in Italy? Right, the Olympics.
In Italy, yeah.
Oh my God,
it was unreal. But that wasn't even the U.S. program. It was 15 years old. Just moved to Michigan in a billet house. Wild.
They didn't even have like a cot at the facility you could sleep in?
No, we're all billets. The whole team, 2 teams, 2 full teams. Public high schools. One team went to one public high school. We went to the other public high school.
It really, Ray, it's really like the Mighty Ducks or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's their existence. That was his existence.
Is the term cake eater used at all? I'm just curious.
No, but when the guys, because they had a hockey team at the public school, and we show up, and this is all like from every different state, good looking guys, and it's like we play for Team USA, and it was like,
who do you play for? Who do you play for?
Did not
United
go well.
States of America.
It did not go. No, seriously, it was bad.
Wow.
It got really contentious for a while.
Do they feed you guys? Do they have money to feed you?
My
nutrition?
My billets did not do a great job.
No, not your billets. I'm talking about like the U.S. program.
No. The billets would take. They had pretzel and nacho cheese at the rink.
I was going to say dipping sauce at least.
A great locker room. No, it was a sick setup. It was awesome.
So basically all you had was ice. That's the only thing they provided, like the Team USA.
It was schedule, it was ice, it was coaching.
You guys had to share a little cup of cheese.
No, we had a beautiful facility, but like as far as like off the ice stuff, it was like we had one of the kids that lived in our neighborhood who had a license, because I didn't have a license yet, would drive us.
Right.
So we'd carpool. That's when we ran somebody over.
I remember that. Yeah. As you were telling the story, I thought to myself, like, what was the one story he was talking about when he was in school? And there you go, like running somebody over.
We ran somebody over. Yeah. It was wild, man. It was like so you wouldn't believe some of the stuff I told you. I told you my billets, like my first year billets, like their kids. I walked upstairs because I didn't have a shower we lived in the basement, me and my roommate, but we had to go upstairs to take a shower. And my first time taking a shower, I was like, "What's that noise?" And I opened up the cabinets, and the 3 kids were like hiding in the cabinets. So they
doing what?
To watch me shower, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, like while you were taking a shower?
They hid.
How old were the kids?
9, 7, and 5.
That's a little creepy.
Mm-hmm. That was.
That was encouraged in that house?
No, I don't think it was encouraged. It was wild. Yeah, it was a tough first month.
So hiding in the cabinets to watch while you were taking a shower?
Mm-hmm. I heard it, though.
Did they hope it was you, or did they hope it was the other guy?
It was me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good shower?
Got the schedule down. That wasn't great. It's fine.
I said, did you take a good shower? Is that what you were known for?
No. Yeah, I did not take. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to.
Word got around?
Pass on this one.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. We made it through, though. And now the U.S. program is huge for USA Hockey.
And they're still in Michigan, right?
Still in Michigan, but they moved. They moved up to Plymouth.
And they got a whole spanking brand new facility, all that stuff, all the bells and whistles.
Mm-hmm. And now they're going to start a development league. They're going to give out development teams to all the different areas.
Well, that's what you hope for.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the same thing. You hear the same stories. I know that you're all over this with like U.S. soccer. They're trying to freaking, build that sucker up.
All the academies and everything else.
All the academies, exactly. So, I mean, that's good. And you paved the way.
We were the first year, yeah.
You paved the way.
Mm-hmm.
Billets and everything.
We made it through.
God bless you.
Yeah.
You see, that generations of U.S. hockey are going to be looking back, and then, they're going to wheel your, rattly bones onto the ice in like 2071.
Yeah.
And, it's like when they honor the servicemen and women, who were like 90-something years old, who were in World War II.
I just like to have a reunion. I'm just looking to have like a reunion, get all the guys together.
From what? From your program?
Yeah, tell some stories.
Somebody's got to take some charge there. Got to take the initiative.
What, to get the reunion going?
Yeah, make it happen.
Would you be that guy?
I don't know if I'd be that guy.
I don't know that Rick has to be that. Like, Rick has enough on his plate. He doesn't need it, but somebody else
people calling him during the show.
Oh, you still do the radio?
Coaching several teams, too.
Yeah.
And by the way, what kind of a slap in the face is that? Don't you think that's always a slap in the face?
Yeah, always.
Oh, you're still on?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for... so you don't listen, apparently.
I listened to your podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. Thanks.
Hey, do you want to hang out in the morning? Sorry. I'm kind of busy doing this thing called work.
Again, very much live radio here.
Yeah, very much live.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how many times you get that, too.
Yeah.
Right?
No. What are you going to do?
Hey, did you go to practice yesterday? No. Why? It was working.
Yep.
You know that thing called work?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, couldn't do it. It interfered.
Yep.
Supposed to be all over that there, pal.
And I made it on time today, which is nice.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, yeah? See you this morning.
So excited.
Great.
So excited.
$63 later.
I'm not paying $63.
It's a bargain.
There's ways around it.
It's a bargain.
There's ways around it. Ray texted me this morning. He was like, go park on this street or whatever. You don't have to pay a dime. I was like, thanks, buddy.
Oh, you got free parking?
No, I went someplace else because I'm going to be able to just skirt right back into the tunnel and back across the river.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Big game for you tomorrow.
Huge.
Got Buttle all dialed in.
Oh, he's dialed in. He knows. Credentials, parking, where are they, baby? I don't know how he fared with that. I got to check him out and see if he got in or not.
I'm excited for tomorrow.
I'm
looking forward to it.
Want to talk some football?
Yeah, please.
I want to talk some football. That is the deal. So we're going to do that when we return. 800-919-3776. It is Dan. It is Rick. It is DNR, ESPN New York. 6:56 on this Thursday morning. Let's get a check of the roads and say good morning to Debbie Duhane.
Hey, good morning, DNR, Dan and Rick, guys. Watch for delays on the Cross Bronx westbound bumper to bumper to the outbound GWB with lower level construction inbound George 20, Lincoln 10, Holland 10. Watch for stop and go traffic on 80 eastbound getting out toward exit 37 in Denville. It's an accident in the left lane. And the westbound BQE down past Northern Boulevard. A collision there is sponsored by RockAuto.com. Grinding and squealing are signs it's time for new brakes. Skip the hassle of searching for the right parts and shop RockAuto.com. Find trusted name brand parts at lower prices and have them shipped directly to your door. All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
T-Mobile is launching something no other wireless network offers. Introducing Nothing. Pay nothing today and walk out of the store with a new phone.
What did he say?
Nothing.
You definitely said something about nothing.
Exactly. Go to T-Mobile, pay nothing up front, and leave with a new phone.
Wait, nothing rules.
She gets it.
Hey, thanks for nothing.
For the first time ever, switch to T-Mobile, pay nothing. No taxes, no fees, no money down. And walk out with a new phone. There are 250 reasons to choose T-Mobile, and now nothing is holding you back.
On eligible devices with qualifying credit plan and 36-month finance agreement.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable scent boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness, so you can smell unstoppable.
Kenny here to help you get in on the sweet life with Cotton Candy 5-Hour Energy. It's that classic throwback cotton candy flavor but with 0 sugar and a 5-hour energy boost. I keep these with me so I can tackle that sweet tooth with a tasty caffeine kick and no guilty sugary aftermath. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5-hour energy shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Just get up.
I'm not going to play this. 7 alarms later, I did it.
Which one of the alarms actually worked today?
I went with your advice. I went with the first one.
There you go.
Yeah, went with the first one. Usually I like to ease my way into it so I don't wake my wife up. I go with the vibration first. Just to, wet the whistle. I try to be respectful because I don't want to wake her up. She doesn't need to wake up that early.
No.
So I usually go vibrate, then the sound, vibrate, sound. And I just went sound. I was looking at different songs. I had a whole playlist.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
All right, DNR, Dan and Rick, ESPN New York. See, those are life lessons. It's not just about waking up. It's about attacking the day. Everybody should do it. And you, my friend, leading the charge. Proud of you. Proud of you.
I'm actually looking forward to one of those 5-hour energies here in a second.
Why don't you go get one?
Because I just had a coffee. I've already had a coffee on the way in, so
it's probably not good for the heart.
I'm going to sip it.
How many hours of energy is that then if you combine the coffee and then chase it with a 5-hour energy?
I think that said it's the equivalent of a 12-ounce coffee, I think.
I never had a 5-hour energy. Carlin was talking about that like...
you want to sip on one?
Last week. And he
I got
said
Boston cream and jelly donut.
No, what am I going to do? If I want a jelly donut, I need a jelly donut. I'm not going to drink the liquid version of it.
Why?
Because I don't need to.
What about Boston cream?
No.
The liquid cream?
Like I said, if I want a donut, I would eat a donut.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Teach his own. I'm going to try it. I'm going to dabble.
You're going to try it?
I'm going to try it. Just trying to figure out if I want the Boston cream or I want the jelly donut.
Raymond, what do you got?
I like both. I mean, those are upper echelon donuts, period. If I'm power ranking donuts, jelly donuts is close to the top.
But not the cream.
So is the Boston. The Boston cream's phenomenal. I love the Boston cream.
That's what they call it these days, huh?
Yeah. That's a donut, Dan. This is what. See,
you're not familiar with Boston creams?
This is what happens, though, because he's disgusting. Because in his mind, he's thinking different stuff right now. He's trying to have a legitimate donut.
Right, we're trying to have an adult conversation.
I can't blame Rick for that. Those are well-known donuts.
Delicious donuts.
Yeah.
But the way that he was describing them a little bit earlier would lead you to believe that he wasn't. Like, if you just turned on the radio remember, live radio, if you just turned on the radio in the middle of the conversation, you wouldn't know that you were talking about donuts.
Do you have a nasty double entendre for, like, a bear claw or whatever? Like,
no, I haven't had one of those in a long time either.
I mean, like, what's the issue?
Glazed donut?
I just think one of those, I think cream is one of those words.
Yeah.
That's what it is?
I think that's not the Boston part.
Yeah.
Boston's
known for the cream. Allegedly.
I've been told.
Allegedly.
I've been told.
Oh, what was that?
They're glazed buddies is what they are.
They are. Ray and RJR. It's gross. And now Harvey's in the mix.
So nice.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Are you and Harvey glazed buddies or no? Yet?
It's uncomfortable.
Okay.
Those are Dave's words.
I'm a big fan of the Boston cream, by the way. I love the Boston cream.
Are we talking about the donut or the 5-hour energy?
The donut. Donut's the best.
Yeah, but you don't need a 5-hour energy.
I want to taste it, though. I've never tasted it. It's a new flavor. I'm interested to taste it. I usually bury one of those before like a men's league hockey game. 5-hour energy.
Yeah, but you're bright out and bushy-tailed this morning. I could tell. You don't need that.
Yeah.
You're awake.
Lots of sleep last night.
Lots of sleep last night. Lots of sleep yesterday.
Yeah.
Think about it. You're burning the candle at both ends when it comes to collecting sleep. Jets and Bucks wrapped up practice yesterday, joint practice.
Yep.
They're going to play for real on Friday night. Well, preseason real. So we'll see how many starters get a chance to touch the field. Jets, Aaron Glenn said he wants his guys to go out there and have a run at things. But, day two, as far as the Jet offense was concerned, a lot like day one, some up, some down, inconsistently. And pretty much like it went in day one, it seemed like the defenses had the better hand of the offenses for both teams. More good news with David Bailey. Ruben Bain had a good day yesterday. He was, like I said, he was kind of quiet day number one for Tampa Bay, the rookie stud pass rusher, but he was pretty active again yesterday. Him and Membu had some battles. But, again, it still comes back to the quarterback situation. And you and I talked about it yesterday. And I can understand where there is a little bit of a pessimistic nature when it comes to Jet fans and worrying about what they have or don't have with Geno Smith at quarterback. And I just saw something, believe it or not, before we came back on the air. According to DraftKings, and you might find this hard to believe, right? According to DraftKings, Geno is the betting favorite to be the NFL leader in interceptions this season, plus 950. Is that fair?
Is that fair after what you've seen over the last couple of years?
Or was just all last year?
Well, last year before. I mean, it's 32 picks in the last 2 years.
But here's what you got. After Geno, you know who next in line is? And you wouldn't think this. Brock Purdy, plus 1,000. And then Trevor Lawrence, plus 1,100. I mean, obviously, Brock Purdy is a guy that, on his best days is somebody who's going to protect the football for you. So reading into that, I don't think that it's overly flattering. Like, you don't want to be that guy who, the world thinks is going to be turning the ball over left and right. But, if Brock Purdy's name is the one that's right underneath yours, not the worst thing in the world.
What do you mean not the worst thing in the world? You're the odds-on favorite to lead the league in interceptions.
But Brock Purdy's not going to be throwing a lot of
cares?
interceptions. That's my point. Why is he second?
Well, I don't know.
So how legitimate is this, poll, basically?
It's not a poll. It's
or what the betting odds are. I'm saying.
I mean, it's not a poll. This is this is Geno Smith threw how many interceptions last year? 17.
17.
Right.
What a horrible football team.
Okay, I don't care how bad the football team was, and now he's the odds-on favorite to lead the league in interceptions. That's not a place you'd like to be. I can't tell you why Brock Purdy's there, but I got a pretty good idea why Geno's there.
I'm going to give you a hot take. You ready?
Yep.
Geno Smith will not lead the NFL in interceptions this year.
Who leads the league in interceptions then?
Well, let's put it this way. You got to be really good. You got to play every game just to be able to keep chucking the ball to the other team. I didn't really have somebody in mind.
No, of course not.
But it's not going to be Geno Smith. Let's see.
So last year, this is how it works. So Geno had 17. Second was Tua, had 15. Sam Darnold had 14. Justin Herbert had 13. Trevor Lawrence had 12.
Really? That's it? Well, I mean, like you said, you got to play every game.
Yeah, the problem was, Geno threw 19 touchdowns, had 17 picks. Trevor Lawrence had 29 touchdowns, 12 picks. Herbert was 26 and 13. Darnold was 25 and 14 last year.
See, normally you look at one of the Cleveland quarterbacks, but I don't think those guys are going to start every game to where they're going to be.
That sounds like it's a mess.
Oh, sounds like it's a mess? Sounds like?
Monken said that Deshaun will start the first one, and now Shador's going to start the second one.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to have happen, right?
But don't fear, Deshaun is open for an extension if they'd like to give him an extension.
Can we crunch the numbers, by the way, on Deshaun Watson? Like, what he has actually earned, per touchdown or per, whatever, because there's been few and far between since he's been a Cleveland Brown.
Breaking news, it's a high number.
High number.
It's a high number.
Like points per minute and all that stuff, or holy crap. Yeah, so I can't say one of the Cleveland guys.
No, don't even worry about it. I don't need to know the number. I just can't. Brock Purdy threw 10 picks last year in 9 games. That's why. There's your answer right there.
What about Bryce Young? What about Jacoby Brissett? But is Jacoby Brissett going to play 17 games? Or, you know what I mean? Because I could see Arizona, they're going to fall out of it, that they're going to turn it over to Carson Beck and give him a shot. Right.
Well, it's going to be a team that throws the ball. It's going to be a quarterback that likes to,
Cam Ward,
likes to take
maybe
chances.
An interception guy. Because I think that if you're Tennessee, you might as well you're going to play him all year.
That's why it's Purdy, though. 9 games, 10 picks last year.
Yeah, but that was kind of an anomaly, I think, for him.
But I'm just explaining to you why. That's why. The rest of the guys we're talking about, that were up in that, Darnold played 17 games, Herbert played 16, Lawrence played 17. The problem with Geno is just there are games that I watched last year, and I'm sure you watched the same games, where it's like, why would you Even yesterday in practice, was it yesterday in practice? When Anzalone intercepted, I was like, what is...
2 days ago.
Well, why are you throwing that?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
Now, a young kid, you get it, but you've been doing this too long to make that throw.
But to go back to something that we were kind of implying, or at least I was implying yesterday, if based on what the Jets have had at the position for the longest time here, I think that most fans would be okay with him taking chances, even if it means that you're going to turn the ball over every so often. If it's going to lead to some good things, though, in return, like if, take a few shots down the field. All right, if you're going to put one up for grabs, but the other times, if it's going to lead to points, like you live with that. You want to see some aggression. And last year, you got none of that offensively.
No, I think what they really want to see is wins.
We got to score points to win, right?
Listen, I think the fan base is split right now. I think the fan base, there's a part of the fan base that would like to see wins and credibility, and let's not be the typical laughingstock of the NFL Jets. And hopefully, because we do win some games, now it proves that we have a head coach and we can build this thing moving forward. And there's other fans that go, I just watched Aaron Glenn have arguably the worst first season ever as a head coach, and maybe all of football. I don't believe he's going to be a head coach. Geno Smith's not our future quarterback. We have 3 first-round picks. I'd rather lose as much as possible. Because the reality of the season is like, the Giants' expectations are through the roof. Probably too crazy, where you have people going from 8 wins to, I've heard people on ESPN talking about being a wild card team.
Right.
Right. So that's the ceiling. I have not heard one person, well, maybe one person, say that the ceiling for this Jets team is going to be a wild card. So what do you like? What exactly? And it's not your young quarterback you're building with. So what exactly are you doing?
But with that logic, though, like you just threw it out there. Like I can't really subscribe to that. I don't know if you're a fan, how you could sit there and not saying root for your team to lose, but as you said, like you have a quarterback here who's not going to be the guy of the future. You have a head coach that the fan base is certainly, I'm going to be generous and say they're split on at best, right? And knowing that the future begins in 2027 at the very least, so-and-so is not going to be here. I still don't know why you wouldn't still want to maximize your win total for 2026. Even though you have all these great draft choices for 2027.
Well, because, it depends on who you are, right? If you're part of the split that doesn't think Aaron Glenn's a great coach, what does 5 wins get for you? Even if you double your win total, what does 6 wins do? Except affect your draft position.
But you could still look a hell of a lot better, by the way. In winning 5 or 6 games, you could look a heck of a lot better and show that, okay, maybe this thing is pointed in the right direction. We continue to build the foundation. Go out there next year, get your quarterback, and then this thing is going to be ready to pop in 27, perhaps.
Yeah, but does 5 or 6 wins prove to you that Aaron Glenn's a good head coach? Or the head coach that's going to take a young quarterback? And
5 or 6 wins would imply that, you know what, it's not as bad as it was in year 1. And there's still possibly some room for growth. But again, you say 5 or 6 wins, and I understand that that's not an overly flattering record.
Well, no, but if it's 5 wins against the dregs of the NFL, what is that? You beat Miami twice, you beat Cleveland,
100%.
You beat
that's
Arizona.
What I mean. So it's how you are getting to those 5 or 6 wins. Like if you're just beating bad teams, if you're if you're getting outclassed by if the Patriots come in and put up a 40 spot again and then just annihilate you, you're going to say, all right, what growth have we shown? When you play those NFC North teams in the first month of the season, if they go out there and just completely go up and down the field on you on a track meet and they can't, their defense just stymies you offensively, then you're going to be like, oh, what are we doing here? What do we chalk this up to? 100%. I was talking to somebody yesterday and they brought up the conversation about could they possibly, if they get off to a horrible start again, could they make that in-season coaching change like he did with Robert Saleh? I can't see that happening. Here's why I can't see it happening.
Well, it feels like the only reason it happened the first time with Saleh is because that wasn't Woody's guy.
Well, that's a big part of it.
Yes.
It's a huge part of it, okay? And obviously, they were going to go in a different direction at some point in time here, so you might as well cut ties. And plus, those two didn't see eye to eye. Like you said, he wasn't his guy, but they just did not see eye to eye, and so they wanted to cut bait. That's the only time it's happened in 25 years. And think about it. There's been some other coaches, and there's been a lot of seasons with this team to where you probably would have justified making an in-season change, and he didn't. Right? This is different. He legit likes this head coach. He has an affinity for him when he was a player, when he was a scout. And, oh, by the way, he's paying him a lot of money. A lot of money. A lot more money than probably most rookie head coaches earn. So why would he want to pull the plug on that midway through the second season? They don't want to do that.
No, I don't think they want to do that either. And you saw how it worked it worked itself out when they did it with Saleh. The whole thing fell apart. I do think that they're better positioned this year with Frank Reich to do that if they felt like, hey, a lot of what we've seen over the first, we'll call it 4 games, is we're just not being well coached. Right? He's not what we thought. Maybe we could save the season, but even then, I mean, is Frank Reich going to be somebody that you want to move forward with? I mean, he could be a placeholder, but is that, I mean,
long term, probably not.
Right.
But again, I also think that there is a financial element to this thing too. Is that like, why would you want to bag a coach and with still at least a couple of years left on that contract that you're going to have to pay if he's not here, plus all these other assistant coaches and whatnot that you're going to be
because you're trying to save your season. I mean, you would try to save your season.
Unless you think this thing has a tremendous amount of upside, right? To where, like, people are telling you, this talent's really good. Like, this talent is, like, upper half in the NFL. Like, I mean, you just need to be coached better, and then you're going to win some games. But I don't know if that's the thought process. I think they're going to be patient. I really and truly do.
Well,
but 0-7.
To the point you just made, though, I mean,
financially it's 0-7 again. All bets are off.
Right, but financially speaking, I mean, to the point you just made, I think we both believe that's why Wink Martindale's not the defensive coordinator. It's like I'm paying these coaches that no longer work here. You want me to start like rearranging your staff because you made some mistakes hiring people, and now you want to bring in Wink Martindale, who I'm sure is not cheap, to call defensive plays, and I'm paying you all this money.
Right.
And the reason why you're here was because you were good at calling plays. Like that would make no sense. That actually what was most frustrating for me yesterday was, and now I don't want to use just 1 year as he's not going to be a good head coach because I recognize that it is a rough transition going from defensive coordinator to now CEO of a franchise. But some of the conversations yesterday where it's like, I heard what he said and the fact that he recognizes he made some mistakes and now he's going to call the plays. He didn't want to call the plays. Why are we overlooking the fact that he was trying to hire Wink Martindale? Like, he's only saying this because he was forced to do it.
Well, in hindsight now, like I said, it's singing a different tune because now he said, the biggest mistake I made was not calling the defense last year. So, like I said, I don't know how he came to this epiphany, whether it took a year, but that now seems to be the refrain that, I should have been calling the defense last year. And by the way, even if he was calling the defense last year, they still wouldn't have been very good.
Right, but
they didn't have the personnel.
But the only reason that the refrain exists is because they wouldn't let him hire Wink Martindale.
Correct.
Right, so
correct.
It's like, I love you, baby. Well, but that's only because
I don't have any other options.
Right.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. Quick timeout, 800-919-3776. Got another one to fire at Rick. Plus your football calls. We'll get to the Giants as well. You got 6 preseason games on the docket tonight. Oh, it is in the air, baby. Football. Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap, just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This August, don't miss the Big 5 spin-off and your chance to win your share of $55,550. Be here on Friday, August 7th and 28th from 3 to 7 p.m. when one lucky winner will be drawn every hour to select 4 balls from the lottery drum to win up to $5,555 cash. Don't miss the Big 5 spin-off where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CASH to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CASH. to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CASH to borrow up to $10,000.
Shohei Ohtani's interpreter was fired today. Ippei Mitsuhara ran up gambling debts to a Southern California bookmaking operation.
The inside story of the biggest scandal in modern baseball.
He was absolutely bananas, the amount of bets he was making. I've never seen anything like it.
From 30 for 30 podcasts, this is The Betrayal of Shohei Ohtani.
Presented by Gusto. New episodes available now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Introducing Wrangler Tough Light Jeans. The cowboy cuts you know and love. Now up to 20% lighter. Because lighter isn't a compromise. It's a better way to wear denim. Stay cool. Move with ease. Keep doing what you do. The durability you expect from Wrangler without the extra weight. Wrangler Tough Light. Tough jeans just got lighter.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
I'm telling you right now, I'm buying stock in 96.
I might be buying a jersey.
This kid, Lombard, is not overhyped. This kid is exactly the goods. And it doesn't mean he's not going to have a bad game every now and then. There's a way people move and act and talk that tell you, oh yeah, it's in him. Now it's a matter of sit back and let's watch it happen.
Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg. Weekdays at 3 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York. 800-919-3776. Knobservations coming your way a little bit later on this hour as well. Football, the topic of conversation. Jets host the Bucs tomorrow night at MetLife Stadium. Giants will host the Vikings Saturday afternoon over at MetLife. You want to hear from the head coach of the Jets, Aaron Glenn, talking about his quarterback. Not that quarterback, the other quarterback who figures to see a lot of time in this preseason, probably as early as Friday night. That would be the rookie, Cade Klubnik.
I've seen him grow each and every day, and that was the expectation for that player anyway. There's still a lot to grow, a lot of growing for him to do when it comes to being a quarterback in the NFL. But I think the one thing that he does, he takes on the challenge. And he has this trait about himself that, whenever he does make a mistake, he doesn't go down at all. His mentality is still, man, listen, I'm going to continue to go. I'm going to continue to try to not force balls, but be aggressive with the ball. But you can't be reckless. That's one thing that he's learned in this league. That things like DBs and linebackers, they're a lot faster than in college. But I'm just looking for improvement for him every day.
All right, that's another storyline here that factors into this season, like what we were just talking about a little while ago, right, for the Jets, because you want to see what you have in Cade Klubnik, even if he's not going to be your future. But look, he's fourth-round pick. He was once upon a time very highly regarded. He's here. You might as well see what you got in him before you go into the offseason having to reevaluate your quarterback situation. What's the only way that Cade Klubnik is going to get on the field other than an injury to Geno Smith, which, knock on wood, you don't want to see happen? Losing. That's right. Exactly. Because they're not going to treat Cade Klubnik the way the Giants treated Eli Manning in 2004, where you pull the plug on Kurt Warner midway through the season with a team that was clearly in the wild card conversation, and then just wave the white flag on the rest of the year because you wanted to get Eli the valuable reps. They're not going to do that with Cade Klubnik. The only way he's on the field, anything short of injury, is if this team is just out of it. So therein lies the dilemma again. You want to win games. You want to be successful. You'd like to see the quarterback play well, but that also then could come at the expense of finding out truly what you have in Cade Klubnik, and maybe you have a diamond in the rough that you got in the fourth round.
Maybe. I mean, that's, again, I feel like that at this point would be incredible. I don't expect it to happen. I mean, we had Connor Rogers on the other day. He doesn't expect it to happen either. He thinks that, if he can prove to be a serviceable backup, that would be great.
But, would you sign up for example...
Yes.
In the final 5 games of the season, right? Instead of Brady Cook, it's Cade Klubnik. But here's the difference, too. It was not just Brady Cook last year. Brady Cook then had, virtually nothing around him. There were a lot of guys that were either injured or maybe could have played, but they would rather sit them out, thinking long term. If you are going to throw this kid in there, you got to at least give him a shot to be able to utilize his skill set completely and show you what he's got as a quarterback.
Agreed. I mean, if this is someone, it sounds like Frank likes him, right? I mean, this is, you mentioned it, last year was not good for him. The year before, I mean, he was one of those guys that you thought that maybe if he has a good, not maybe, like if he has a good year, would be a first-round quarterback. It was part of the excitement going into last year's draft, and now that didn't turn out to be the case. So to bring him in now and have him learn under Geno Smith, I would think going into next year's draft when you have 3 first-round picks, you would like the opportunity to see exactly what this guy is. To know. I mean, if the guy all of a sudden steps on the field and you lucked out and he's great, now it could change what you want to do with those 3 first-round picks.
How prepared are you for the NFL, Cade?
I think it's helped me just when the fire's blazing, you have a little bit of a presence, kind of like I've been here before, and obviously the speed is different, all of that, but it's still football, and being able to just have a lot of games under my belt has definitely helped, but it's a new level. It's a new level, and everything's faster, everything's quicker, you got to think faster, pre-snap, post-snap, and that's a transition for sure, but I think that it definitely has helped me, and I think just me being able to step on the field and go play quarterback.
That also brings up another dilemma that this team faces right now at quarterback. Right now, Cade Klubnik's 1 bullet away.
Yeah, that's not
right.
I can't imagine going into the season like that.
I mean, he's 1 bullet away, and
not as a head coach that's trying to save his job.
No, and that's why you ask me any day, wake me up in the middle of the night, you with your 7 alarms, whenever it is, I still think there's a veteran that's going to be here by September 13th. There's going to be.
Doesn't there have to be, though?
There has to be. I mean, you look at a team like Pittsburgh, they got 4 quarterbacks in camp. You know what I mean? They're not all going to be there. Other teams as well, loaded with guys that aren't all going to be on the team. There will be a veteran that's going to be the capable backup here should something happen to Geno Smith. And that's nothing against Cade Klubnik.
No.
Nothing at all. But you can't go into the season with him being the guy potentially should Geno go down.
Well, no, because the other guys can't play. Like Brady Cook proved to you last year he can't play.
Yeah.
And if I'm a head coach and then you got Bailey Zappi, if I'm Aaron Glenn, as much as I believe in all the changes that I've made and now I'm calling plays and my superpowers and everything else, I'm hoping he's smart enough to recognize that after what you saw last year, like if this doesn't go the right way or look a certain way, he's probably going to be done. I can't have it. Geno Smith is one trip to the blue tent away from me going to Cade Klubnik.
I got to be honest with you. I mean, the Giants clearly right now have a much better backup quarterback situation with Jameis Winston.
Quarterback,
but
period.
Would you feel like 1,000% comfortable if, God forbid, something happens to Jackson Dart that you're turning over your season to Jameis Winston? Probably not.
My entire season?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, or the majority of. You know what I mean? Or even
I think he can.
6-7 week stretch. I still wouldn't feel great.
Well, you're not going to feel as good as you would if Jackson Dart was the quarterback, but you feel like he could hold down the fort and help you win football games. He's not going to lose you football game. Well, say that. He does. I mean, he has gone 30-30 before. I think what you've seen from Jameis as a Giant gives you confidence that he could step in and do the job. Maybe not to the same level as Jackson Dart can do the job, but he's good enough to help you win games.
So here and then also puts another wrinkle into this, like we just talked about a second ago with the Jets, with the backup situation.
You know what, though? But that's the interesting part of the whole, off-season quarterback-wise, because you heard it was Geno.
Right.
And the way that Aaron Glenn describes Geno, he thinks that he's going to refine what he had in Seattle, and you define promised land. Sounds like, Muji was talking about throwing the bleep out of the ball. Like, they seem like they're all in with Geno Smith. And then it was like, okay, who's coming with Geno? And then you heard the Russell Wilson conversation. But the one name, too, that you heard was Carson Wentz. And Carson Wentz is a Frank Reich guy.
Yep.
If I'm Carson Wentz and I'm looking at, which situation gives me a real chance to play, and he still chooses to go to Minnesota, I thought that was interesting also.
It was interesting, too, because in Minnesota you had 2 guys competing for the job, and he wasn't one of them.
Right, that's what I mean.
Unless he's just such a believer in Kevin O'Connell.
Right, but best case scenario for Carson Wentz in Minnesota is what? That J.J. McCarthy gets traded? Right, but you're also talking about a first overall pick who, for Minnesota, is hoping has a great season and now is a Minnesota Viking.
But he was also there last year. Maybe it was something to where he likes it. Maybe his family likes it.
He has a relationship with Frank Reich, though. I'm just saying.
Now he's got a relationship with all those Minnesota guys.
But I'm saying career-wise, though. Career-wise.
I understand.
Better opportunity to eventually be a starting quarterback again. Minnesota is not looking at you. It's great we have you as a backup. But for them, they want Kyler Murray to play well. They can keep Kyler Murray. They can trade J.J. McCarthy.
Right.
here, right, you got to think the team, we got good offensive line. We got Garrett Wilson. We got pretty good tight end room. We got good running backs. Geno Smith's going to be 36 in October, right? The second they struggle, he's throwing bad picks, they lose, I'm going to jump in there, right? Maybe there's a chance that I have an extended run maybe as the starting quarterback for Frank loves me. There's more of a future potentially as a starter here.
On the surface, everything you're saying is
true.
In a
relationship, and he still chose Minnesota.
Right. Everything you're saying, on the surface, it's all right there in black and white. But, maybe there was more behind the scenes that we don't know. Who knows what the offer was, right? Maybe the money was like I said, maybe just quality of life, comfortability. Maybe the family likes Minnesota. Who knows? I can't tell you that. But you're right. Why would you go to a place where you're not going to start? You may not even play. And if you're just willing to be, okay, cool, let's run it back. I'm okay with holding a clipboard. That's on him.
Well, but also you're the third. Unless they get rid of J.J. McCarthy, right. Sounds like they might not. What's his trade value anyway?
Well, who's to say, for example, okay, J.J.'s the backup. Do they really, if you're Minnesota right now, think about that. Does it really benefit you to keep Carson Wentz as the third, the number 3 on your depth chart? Not at all. So that's what I mean. There's a possibility they could pick up the phone and maybe even trade for him.
Yeah, but you also had the opportunity just to sign him.
You could have done that with Andy Dalton too. Andy Dalton's got a relationship with Frank Reich as well. Is he going to stick around Philadelphia? Don't they have 4? You know what I mean? So,
we would know if you let me play the game. But you're you poo-pooed it. You know all this stuff. You know the complete depth chart of all these teams.
The backup quarterback game.
All of them.
We tried to play the game.
No, but you couldn't because you're asking for hints and you poo-pooed it. You made me feel embarrassed about my game.
Ray, what did you think about the backup quarterback game the other day?
I wish we were more prepared for it.
But sometimes those are the best games, off the cuff.
It's off the cuff, but again, how many of us are really paying attention to backup quarterbacks across the league?
Some of the best things that happen in world
you guys
innovation.
You guys are all babies. That's the problem.
I'm
You're
not
babies.
being a baby about
this. No, you guys are being babies.
I'm not telling you the game was a bad idea.
You didn't get the first one I asked, and you all became sensitive. I gave you a hard one. I should have eased you in. Who's the backup quarterback in Houston?
Davis Mills.
There you go. And you're like, oh, this is a fun game.
He's got a very long neck, Davis Mills.
He does have
it's
a long
not
neck.
like I asked you what school Davis Mills went to or anything.
Stanford?
Was he a Stanford guy? I don't even know.
By the way, your one guess when you guys got it wrong, but you kept saying the same name, Sam Ehlinger, Denver. You're wondering.
Look at that.
He's in Denver. There you go.
Yeah, that Stanford guy, Davis Mills.
Hey, and he's got.
You know what I should have done? I should have played the game with you guys too. I should have been like, who's the backup quarterback of the Cowboys?
Davis Mills is
but everyone knew
why?
that, though.
But you would have been all in. You'd have been pumped.
But everybody knows.
This game is great.
You know why?
I should have spoon-fed you guys like babies.
It's Bazooka Joe over there.
It's amazing.
I should have chewed up your food for you and spit it right in your mouth.
It's amazing. This is now 2 days, and he's probably been sulking over this, that his game was not an instant hit.
Listen, it was a good
try. Was it Monday or
Tuesday
Tuesday we played the game?
Monday.
So 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days. He's still bothered by the backup game. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's not your fault. It's my fault. I'll take blame for it. I should have eased you guys in. I didn't do a good job of that. What am I going to do?
Who was the backup quarterback for the 87 Rams? I thought you were going to pull that one out of your rear end. Oh, my gosh.
Never again. We won't do it.
No, I think we should revisit it again.
Now I know all the depth charts, and you guys don't.
Well, you have a computer right in front of you. I hope you would have the depth charts. It's called a click.
Yep.
800-919-3776. We'll pivot to the Giants. We talked Jameis here. He had some entertaining things to say yesterday. And maybe we'll play a backup quarterback game or two. Who the heck knows? We will play Knobservations, or Ray will give you Knobservations coming up here as well. It's Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York.
There you were, surrounded by fans. Everybody remembers the game. Nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you. Till a few days later, at 2 a.m., you wake up with a fever and your throat's on fire. Now what? Urgent care? Closed. ER? Slammed. Telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You needed a medical emergency kit. These aren't first aid kits. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions. Sinus and ear infection, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more on hand before you need them. Use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care and drugstore at home. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you'd ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong?
I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CASH to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CASH to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CASH to borrow up to $10,000.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like public works supervisor.
Hey, this water main is under a ton of pressure. Did you ever fix it?
Yeah, 3 layers of duct tape. Wait, should I have added a 4th layer?
This is a job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York. That is the telephone number. Jets, Bucks tomorrow, MetLife Stadium. Giants, Vikings, also MetLife Stadium coming up Saturday afternoon. The preseason is upon us. And Giant fans get their first look at one John Harbaugh on the sidelines running their team. Let's get some calls up here. 800-919-3776. We'll play Knobservations as well. Joe in Ocean Gate starts us off here on ESPN New York. Joseph, good morning. How are you?
What's going on, guys? Hey, quick, the backup quarterback. Is there any team in the NFL that has quarterback starting and backup that have the same last name?
This is like a stump question.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head,
Bills.
I can't think of one.
Oh, the Bills, yeah.
Bills, Josh
The
Allen
Allens.
and Kyle Allen.
Oh, look at
There you go. Awesome, man.
Now, this is what happens
See?
when you study depth charts.
This is the guy, the architect of the backup quarterback game, who has mastered his own craft.
I am not studying depth charts in training camp. I just can't do that.
Because they're going to change every 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Wait till we start playing games.
Let's go to cut down day.
Exactly.
Is that it?
Yes.
No, he didn't just call for that.
So I think, of course not, Rick. Of course not. So I want to talk to Giants, but I think, though, that the Jets, the backup quarterback, I think with Frank Reich, that you were saying with Carson Wentz. I mean, I know he's, obviously hasn't really been a starting quarterback for a while, but has some history with him, and maybe he, help even the younger quarterback kind of, learn the system and stuff. But I would talk about the Giants. I think that I was listening to Renan talk and hearing other things about like their offense and the struggles and all that stuff. And we're hearing that, I guess they're trying to kind of merge together three separate offenses, and you have three separate, coaches and coordinators kind of, trying to pull this stuff together and just try to make one, great offense. So I think that's where most of the struggles is coming. And I think as the season, and maybe it might even take a couple of games to, kind of get into the stride and stuff and figuring out what works best and stuff. Because how many preseason games is Jackson Dart going to play, or the starters and everything, to kind of get comfortable? So they're, I guess I wouldn't put too much into the first couple of games of Giants this start of the season. I won't be throwing the towel in, but obviously how it looks will, definitely, make you think whether or not, they're going to be good or not. But 65 or sooner. And great week of shows this week, guys.
Joe, appreciate you, buddy.
Later.
Appreciate you. I will say this, though, and if we're trying to maybe get a little bit of insight as to how many of the starters we'll see for the Giants, in the preseason, remember something. John Harbaugh, when he was with the Ravens, what was the streak they had going of consecutive wins in the preseason? Weren't they Ray, how many years in a row? Remember the Ravens were
they
undefeated.
Had at least 3 or 4.
Right? They went 4 years without losing a preseason game. It was I understand it's preseason. I get it. But, and he wasn't playing his starters into the ground.
24 games in a row.
24 games in a row and a lot of that stuff is, it's you're playing guys who most of them
didn't carry that onto the postseason.
No, he couldn't.
That would have been nice.
Unfortunately. But I think you're going to see the regulars a little bit. I really and truly do. I mean, Aaron Glenn told you that you're going to see the Jets guys play. He'd like to play his guys, the starters, at least 30 plays, roughly. How that's distributed, we'll find out, and they'll, take it as it comes. But I can see John Harbaugh doing the same thing. What are you doing there?
Trying the jelly donut.
You're trying the jelly donut?
You got the 55-minute segment.
During the show. During the segment, you're trying the jelly donut. How'd it go?
Interesting.
See, my concern now is that he's going to be bouncing off the walls in there.
I only had a little sip.
Yeah, but, okay, this is now. We just, Ray, literally during the break, I said to him, boy, we haven't gotten the Tom Bauer text yet.
I'm concerned.
About the Starbucks coffee. And he's like, don't worry, it's coming. So he had his one coffee already. Now he's slamming 5-Hour Energy.
I've had 2 already.
And now he's going to sit there and get his giant glass of milk on the rocks from Tom Bauer at Starbucks.
I'm concerned.
I'm going to try the Boston cream now.
Legitimately. Wait, you're mixing now?
Remember that time? You remember that time a couple of weeks ago, Ray, when I took a drink of water right in the middle of the segment, and he thought that was the rudest thing in the world?
We were having a conversation.
Well, this is a little different. That thing is how many
I'm
ounces?
looking right at him, and he's sitting there drinking 5-Hour Energy and opening them up.
Yeah, but you were
talking to Ray.
To be fair, you were taking giant gulps of that.
I got parched.
Yes. You took.
I needed to irrigate.
I understand. He's not irrigating. He's sipping.
It's like he's at a samplers convention here while we're on the air.
Even if he gulps the whole thing, it's going to take a half a second. It's not a big deal.
No, but then he sits there. It's like he's like a Napa doing wine tasting.
But again, my concern is that he takes that stuff and he's just going to be absolutely wired. What are you doing, by the way?
Him.
You're way over the top
that's interesting.
right now.
All right,
that was interesting.
No. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And which one was that?
It's the Boston cream.
You like the Boston better than the jelly donut?
Doesn't.
The things we're learning here.
Yeah.
You want to answer your text message, by the way?
It's Tom Bauer.
Yeah.
Yes. See? Good thing I didn't drink all of it.
I'm troubled by this.
I mean, Raymond, this is it's almost.
I wonder if you mixed them.
I would pay to see that, actually.
If you did Boston cream and
a Boston.
This is good for 5-Hour Energy. This is donut, the donut flavor.
Little jelly cream, little mixture of both.
It was a big plug for these people. I hope they appreciate it.
See if I do both.
Look at this.
I can't.
You know what? I think I should.
Did you just inhale them?
No, I didn't drink them. What do you think I do? I should pour one separately, right? And then mix it?
Yeah, you're not sitting there.
Which should I go, jelly first or cream first?
Yeah, I think first
it's easier to swallow the cream than it is the jelly.
It's like, what are we doing?
No. I don't like that. I don't like the mix.
So it wasn't easier, is what you were saying.
I like the mix. I think I like the Boston cream better.
Ray, how did we get to this point?
How
did we get here?
Well, people left those things out in the open.
Oh, we got brought samples.
Yeah.
I mean, would you not like to work with 5-Hour Energy? We do a morning show.
So if you do 2 5-hour energies, is that 10 hours of energy that you're putting into your body?
If we've not, and I want to choose my words carefully because I think close is a dirty word with these. But if we've not open, what you do?
It's just as a recommended use, take 1/2.
Well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But
you'll be fine.
He probably won't.
By
be fine.
By 8:30, he's going to be like a Wolverine bouncing off the walls in this studio.
Well, I'll tell you, no, he's going to be.
I'm going to run.
He's going to be bouncing off the walls, but he'll be fine.
It's like in these Marvel movies when they sit there and they give a serum to one of these like individuals, and then they morph into a superhero, and the doctors are on the other side of the glass.
Is if we haven't already sealed the deal with 5-hour energy, I'm hoping that this segment, Rick inhaling the 2 different flavors at the same time, will help.
I mean, if I had a real partner, he would taste one of these, but God forbid.
Because I don't need 5-hour energy. I don't need my. No, thank you.
Let me
I'm
pour
good.
it in your mouth.
I'm good. You want to hit the buzzer there or no?
I said pour it. I didn't say put it. I said pour it.
It was borderline.
I said pour it.
You could have walked past.
I think you said something worse 5 minutes ago that you let slide.
If you say it enough, he gets confused. You know,
that's what it is.
It's a distraction.
It's a distraction
and
device.
Then you just slip it right in.
So you still getting your coffee from?
I did. Yeah, I ordered it.
No,
I get. You want one?
No, I don't. I really don't. I still got a lot of coffee.
Ray, you want anything?
No, I'm good.
Harvey, you want anything?
Thank you.
I'll take some. Yeah.
You want some coffee to go with the watermelon?
I'll take some. Take some what? What would you like?
Oh, I thought you meant the 5-hour energy over there. I think you had some more.
I have more. There's a bunch of bottles out there.
No, coffee we're talking about. Do you want coffee?
I'm good.
Harvey, go get them and tell me which one. Tell me which one you like better, the Boston cream or the jelly.
I'm a Boston cream guy, but I'll try them out.
See, apparently, you're not supposed to have them both at the same time, though.
He's a team player.
If you read the label.
No, it just says you're supposed to recommend usage. Try half.
By the way, that's all hokey as well. You don't really believe that stuff. You can have it at the same time for sure.
Yeah. Why would they put it on the bottle?
Right. It
just window dressing.
It says nothing about mixing them. It just says,
what are you going to live forever?
Yeah.
No.
Just ease your way into it, it says.
We brought up Jameis a couple of minutes ago, right? Remember Jameis? He talked yesterday, and you know what? Jameis was Jameis yesterday. And he had this analogy to all of the new cooks in the Giants coaching staff kitchen. I thought this was pretty entertaining.
Man, it's exciting. It's so exciting because we have so many different minds, right? We have 5 coordinators on offense, and I think that's a great example of the leadership that Coach Harbaugh has. That he's letting his coaches build a system that's very unique to all of them. All of them are doing different things, and they're kind of like it's. I hate, but just listening to Drew Brees' Hall of Fame speech, I can compare it to gumbo. There's just so many good mixes in there. You got the old school, you got the new school, and you got just this melting pot of greatness, right? So it's really fun. It's really fun.
You a gumbo guy?
I love gumbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Done right. Delicious.
I didn't have gumbo last year when we were in New Orleans.
That's a mistake.
Yeah. I was the only one at dinner that didn't
Did you have a po'
the
boy?
gumbo.
Beignets, anything?
No, I had jambalaya.
Jambalaya is nice.
Beignets, because after dinner we went to Cafe Beignet, and then the jambalaya the next day just destroyed.
Where'd you go? Cafe Du Monde?
I don't remember what the place was called.
Famous for the beignets?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cafe Beignet.
I think it's called Cafe Beignet, though.
I think that's what it's called now.
You sure?
I think so. That's the one that we went to, yeah.
Okay. Sounds very, very touristy.
And there was a local that was...
Did you go to
there was a local partaking in...
Did you go to like a nice pasta place called Cafe Spaghetti? I mean...
No. You believe... Ray,
what isn't the place
this
in
guy,
New Orleans
I'll
Cafe?
tell you right
it's not
now.
called Cafe... It's not called that. It's not the name of it.
I think it might be. We'll find out.
Did you get what? Did you get any beads while you're down there? Pull those toddies out?
No, I don't think we had beads. Stand by. You have to carry the conversation here for a second.
Guy.
I don't.
He's not a good guy. No, he's actually a horrible guy.
It's not called Cafe Beignet.
It's not. Then what is that called?
Yeah, I don't think that's the famous place though.
They're all over. There's like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah,
look, there's another one.
Okay, but that's the tourist one. That's not the famous beignet place in New Orleans. You went to the Olive Garden of beignet places.
No, that's not the Olive Garden.
Yeah, you did.
Cafe Du Monde.
Thank you. That's the real place. You went to. I'm telling you, Cafe.
The other one might have been closed because we went at night.
That's ridiculous.
But that was still
you
good.
Went to a chain. It's like I had.
What do you want me to do?
I had this great burger.
It's not like I planned this out for like days at a time.
I had this great burger at this new place called McDonald's.
Oh, that Irish burger place, huh?
Yeah, I mean. But look, all these cafe beignets.
Said the Olive Garden of beignets.
It is. Is it not?
He said you got it from Temu, basically.
It's exactly what it is.
He's just a bad guy. He thinks I have no culture. It's just, it's unbelievable.
There's this great Italian place called Jersey Mike's.
You treat me like an animal. You treat me like, no, I don't do Jersey Mike's.
Why? It's terrific.
Is it?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Is it really?
I got this great New York pizza. It's called Domino's. They deliver right to your house.
He gives me no credit whatsoever.
I think John's
you really are a bad guy.
I think John's a big Domino's guy, right?
No, he's a very big Domino's guy. We have conversations about it. I'll go to Domino's every so often.
It's Domino's, not Domino's.
Domino's, yeah. This little quaint, out-of-the-way Italian pizza place. Domino's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a good Domino's.
Everything made fresh.
They do make it fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put it in a pizza treadmill. It's like a pizza toaster.
$7.99 carry-out, baby. Can't beat that. You can't beat that. There is a time and a place for chain pizza.
No.
Yes,
when you live around here, no. Not when you live around here.
There is.
No. Not when you live around here.
Trust me, there is.
No. There are plenty of places that have
I
better
get it.
pizza that deliver, I don't care what
I'm
time
not
it is.
saying that they don't, but there is a time and a place. There still is an outlet for that stuff. There is.
When? What do you do?
Time's got to be right.
You don't even drink on the beach.
That's right.
Explain to me the time and the place that you, as a 50-something-year-old man,
who's 50?
Like 40-something-year-old man, would actually say, you know what?
See, this is the 10-hour energy taking hold right now.
How many delicious pizza places in your area?
Sometimes you just don't want to deal with it, whether it's hassle, convenience, going out of the way to get it.
There has to be a pizza place that has better pizza than Domino's, close enough to you that would deliver.
I don't do pizza. Pizza delivery? What am I, an animal?
You go pick up Domino's?
No, I pick up everything. Because I know,
Ray,
can I explain?
How exactly are you choosing? Unless it's just strictly because of convenience and they're going to deliver. He goes to Domino's and picks it up.
Literally, the place is a hole in the wall.
Dude, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you think, and shout out to all those hardworking folks who are doing God's work out there, but do you really think that pizza delivery in general is as reliable as you going to get it yourself?
Well, I get that.
I used to, there have been times where you order a pizza and you're waiting literally for like 45 minutes. Like,
and
where
the
is
pizza
it?
gets ruined. I completely
agree. So that's
agree.
the point. I take matters into my own hands.
I don't know if it's one of these things that as I've gotten older, but like when I was younger, it was acceptable. But as I've gotten older, I feel like it's really fallen off for the chains. I can't.
Thank you.
But so
when we would work in this, doing the games or whatever, like all those nights that we ordered the pizza, like we have no choice. Like,
sure.
Okay, but if I'm home and I have the wherewithal to be able to just get in the car and go pick it up, whether it's 5-10 minutes out of the way, I'm going to do that as opposed to waiting 45 minutes for them to get around to whatever the hell they're doing, make all their other stops, and then get to me. And by the time they get to pizza, it's like, what the hell is this? It came out of the oven 40 minutes ago.
Listen, I get where you're coming from. And for me, it would be worth, because again, it just doesn't taste good to me. It's not worth it. But I get where you're coming
from. You're
talking
about what? Just
the chain pizza.
Yeah, I understand. But like I said, it's not the preference. See, that's where you misunderstand. It's not the preference, but there is a time and a place to where like you're in the mood for just eating that garbage.
No.
I guess.
I'm telling you.
No, the time and the place is you're hammered. You can't drive anywhere. It's late. Nothing's open except Domino's.
What is this, like the U.S. program?
No, but that's like, that's the, Ray, is that not the time and the place? If you're going to go drive, if you're going to get in your car and go drive to pick up pizza, I'm not choosing Domino's.
Right, well, you know what? When John gets here.
And I don't hate Domino's.
Okay, fine. When John gets here,
there's no way John picks up Domino's. He doesn't go drive to pick it up. He does it because it's easy.
He's still consuming. How about this? Like John, apparently, as was told to me by him, like big games, like NBA Finals.
It's Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Or Domino's.
He doesn't go pick it up.
But it doesn't matter. What's the difference whether they're bringing it to you or you're getting it yourself?
That's not the point.
You're eating it.
No.
No, it's two different conversations.
No,
you just said,
it's apples.
What are you eating?
It's not
what
apples.
What are you eating Domino's for?
It's not apples to apples because you said this junk. It's just like you're eating pizza. Like your pizza is the junk. It's like I'm deciding to eat pizza. So now I have my choice of which pizza should I eat.
Right.
Like if I decide, hey, I'm going to have fast food. Now I go, well, is it Burger King? Is it McDonald's? Is it Wendy's? Which one? But if I have other options for pizza that aren't Domino's, that's still pizza, how are you choosing Domino's?
It's a form of punishment.
It's not a form of punishment.
You like Domino's.
You
like the taste.
I like the taste. It's a different taste.
You like the taste.
It's a different taste.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have, like, real legit pizzerias.
Domino's has a distinct...
Like, Vinny's could be different from Joey's.
Yes.
And
Domino's has a very
stuff.
distinct... Maybe it's the nostalgia of the Domino's that you like.
Possibly.
Yes. That would have to be it. That's the proper.
An expert on the situation.
Yeah, but he is a food critic, acclaimed.
It doesn't matter. So this is a person at the very least.
Domino's. Why? Because he's heavyset?
No. It's got nothing to do with it.
Because he's obese.
No, he's got a segment that's called the corner table.
Let's ask the obese
Your
guy.
words, not mine, and he's not, by the way. Please sit down.
Let's
We're talking to Christopher.
ask the fat guy about pizza.
Why are you saying that? Don't let him take that.
Because that's what he considers himself.
No. It's
he
not
said
okay.
It.
Apologize to him.
Everybody calm
Apologize to him. How are you, by the way?
I'm great.
It's great
You're
seeing you.
You're the one with the nipples boring holes through your T-shirt. You calm down.
It's amazing. I've got some
It's
real
amazing,
nip-
these things.
I'll tell you.
Those
I
are
used to tell
daggers.
them at SNY, it is not cold enough in the studio unless my
I
nipples
remember.
get cut glass.
I remember.
And
it was like the Arctic.
apparently they got the memo here because headlights are on, boys.
Let me ask you a question. Is there a time and a place? Okay? And John says, by the way, he picks it up. I pick it up. There's nothing wrong with that.
Animals.
They're not animals. If it's convenient and I'm going to pick it up. There is a time. We've had this conversation.
Yes, we have.
We're talking about franchise pizza, and in this case, Domino's in particular. You agree there is a time and a place for a franchise pizza?
I agree there's a time and a place for Domino's specifically.
But it is a franchise pizza.
Yes, but,
okay.
I would not go out of my way for any other franchise pizza,
Fair.
so to speak. And I'm not going out of my way for Domino's, but I would say, listen, yes, we are in New York, the pizza capital of the world, and I understand that it's not going to be choice number one. But when I'm looking for fast and easy and something that I frankly is okay, is tasty, gets the job done, then yeah, and cost effective.
It's cost effective, $7.99 carry out on most nights. John can corroborate that story, by the way.
He goes and picks it up, Chris.
So
yeah,
what?
No, that's high.
Thank you.
I mean, I would think you're a sociopath if you do that.
But do you think pizza delivery though nowadays is reliable? Is you just going to get it yourself?
I think Domino's pizza delivery is reliable. They've always been solid.
But I could still get it before they get
Uber
to
Eats
me.
To go over there, and it's going to take me 6 weeks to get it.
But to me, I look at the Domino's pizza as let's say their delivery. It's going to take 6
Well, no,
weeks.
I think you're missing the point here. Okay, so I think Chris and I are on the same page. I don't hate Domino's.
No, you're having two different conversations.
I think that Domino's has a distinct flavor that sometimes maybe I feel like eating Domino's. But I'm eating Domino's if, like to Chris's point, I'm home, I need something delivered, I know the delivery is going to be good, it's fast, as opposed to I have other places around me that if I'm going to get in my car and go pick up, I'm probably not going to choose Domino's.
It's an any port in a storm type feeling.
Correct.
You know, but I'm not against it.
You're actively seeking it out.
I am actively against other places. There are, and they'll remain nameless for the moment.
Sure.
But there are other places that you'd have a better chance of me ordering a salad than ordering a pizza.
For us in my town, let's say if I'm coming home, if I take the train, for example, like something, and I'm coming home from the train, as I go home from the train station, I'm passing the Domino's. So then it makes sense. I'm passing it. If I'm picking it up, boom, right there. Pull over in. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Whatever lets you sleep at night, man.
Whatever.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way.
Yeah.
Meatball salad. I mean, I went to that place and I texted Rick. I talked about it on
the
Monday.
Miami place you're talking about.
God.
Martirano's.
Rick knows it, and
what is it called?
Cafe
Martirano.
Martirano.
But just you had me at meatball salad.
Unbelievable.
And here's the best part. I didn't tell you this. The server looks at me and says, "You can get it without the salad."
Just the meatball.
And I looked at her and I said, "You know what? You get me."
We're speaking the same language.
That's a 25% tip for you. Thank you very much.
Oh, she did well that night.
Yeah. I'll go with the cheesesteak. Two's nice.
Oh, my God. He told me to get the mini cheesesteak there. It was it rivals anything other than a cheesesteak.
Now, when you say mini cheesesteak, let's see.
I would say it's
so it's like your half almost, right?
A little less than a half a cheesesteak.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just what you need, though.
It's perfect. It's an appetizer level. Best chicken parm I've ever had in my life.
Bring you chips with it?
No, they brought like peppers with it. Yeah.
Chicken parm dinner or like sandwich chicken parm?
Dinner.
Side? Pasta?
Yeah, cavatelli.
Mm-hmm.
And then
little gavadil.
Dessert. I have not eaten that much because of the GLP-1 thing.
Sure.
In 7 or 8 months, and it was as if Jesus himself said, "Tonight, it's your night, son. We're opening that.
See,
belly back up."
You know what? That's nice of Jesus. It really is. You know, for Jesus to go out on a limb like that.
If you don't believe in Jesus, I do now.
Hey,
all right.
Jesus loves you.
Yeah. He wrote a little sign like he put a little bracelet around my wrist that says "Open for business."
Hey, GLP, you take the night off.
Tonight is your night, bro.
Chris needs to eat tonight.
You know what it is? It's footprints. You know, that's the night that Jesus carried me.
Big week for Jesus. His mother's birthday, we found out apparently earlier in the week, and now he's giving you the blessings to eat whatever the hell you want.
If Joe Leo and Pope Leo are in the same city, do they get together for lunch?
I'll tell you this, though, but I'm going to take Pope Leo's recommendation on Mary's birthday more than Joe Leo's, we found out. I'll give you that.
All right, boys.
Great seeing you, by the way.
Thank you, Christopher.
That's Christopher. He's coming up at 10 o'clock when we are finished with this show. By the way, you're listening to DiPietro and Rothenberg on WHSQ, WCBS-FM, HD2, New York. Now, how'd you stumble upon that place that you gave him the recommendation down in Miami?
Whenever
when you were down there.
Yeah, one of our guys that I played with that used to play for the Panthers.
Roberto Luongo?
No, I didn't play with Luongo. Took us when I went down there one of the first times, and then every time we went.
Nice.
Delicious. It really is.
I have to look that up. I'm down in Miami. Good stuff.
I know. I would say you absolutely should go.
If there's no Domino's, is what you're saying.
Well, like whatever's convenient for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's by the train. It's good for Dan.
Why am I going to go out of my way?
Yeah.
Seriously, why am I going to go out of my way?
Went to this great place called Cafe Beignet.
I mean, you're so wrong. You're so. I mean, you're so wrong.
What do you mean?
It was a great place. It was a great spot.
It's not the spot.
They had like a jazz band playing, right on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
The coffee was strong as hell, though. It was like you were drinking like mud, basically.
Yeah, right.
Thing went right through me. Almost didn't make. I was like, what that, you want to talk about travelers?
Oh,
I was the case study.
Oh my God.
I was the case. I almost didn't make kickoff the next day.
You should have one of those kits. If you had one of Case kits, you'd have been fine.
The commercial wasn't airing.
Traveler's diarrhea.
Exactly. Imagine if I hit him. Michael, help! I didn't bring my kit. What do I do? John says, by the way, fast food pizza goes better with an NFL Sunday than pizzeria pizza.
That's not true.
Let's say hi to Vinny in Queens. Little pizza talk. Hello, Vinny.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to chime in here. When you're in the mood for good pizza, you don't go to Domino's. I don't even consider it pizza. It's something totally different. Like if I'm in the mood for a good taco, I go to my local Mexican joint. I don't go to Taco Bell. I don't go to McDonald's when I'm in the mood for a good burger. Those are guilty pleasure places. Domino's falls in that category.
It's funny you say that because Dan, when he was in Mexico, went to this really good Mexican place called Chipotle.
Wow.
Never been to Mexico, Vin. Never been to Mexico, and Rick, thank you. Vinny, you're speaking the same language. I understand what you're saying. I'm not sitting here trying to tell you that it's superior to, your regular mom and pop, get your hands in the dough, pizza. I'm not saying that. If you let's put it this way. If it's going to be like my last pizza meal ever, and I got one choice, it's going to be a legitimate pizzeria, not Domino's. How about that?
Listen, to each his, it's your thing.
Real quick, Vinny and Merrick. Hello, Vin.
Morning. First off, I just want to say I love that Carlin, of all people, comes running in the second you start talking about food. And second of all, you only get Domino's. I'll be real with you. You only get Domino's when you come home stumbling from the bar and you physically cannot drive anywhere. You don't order Domino's any other time.
That is the time.
There's a time and a place for it.
Yeah, but you're not describing that time and place.
To each his own.
No, you're describing. I just got off the train and this is easy. I'm going to go pick up Domino's.
Sometimes you feel like you need to destroy something, and Domino's is a lot easier to destroy than the regular pizza because you don't feel as guilty.
You'll destroy yourself is what you'll do. Cheesy bread.
That's what the crust is essentially. How about and Vin?
No. After a night at the bar, you gotta get a separate box of just the cheesy bread. That with the sauce, you're crushing that.
Right. Vin. That's living. You're right about that. And thanks a lot for the phone. It's funny. We bring up a pizza conversation. Two guys named Vinny call. That's not too stereotypical, isn't it?
I could understand the cheesy bread conversation.
But John, he harvests this stuff. It's like a 2 or 3 day thing with the Domino's. Did you know that?
He likes Pizza Hut. He's not even Domino's. He's a Pizza Hut.
Well, I love the Pizza Hut buffet, but they don't do that anymore. That's long gone. That was a COVID casualty. But no, John will get eat whatever, and then he'll put it in the refrigerator to have for the next big game.
He loves it.
I don't do that. Once it's gone, it's gone. Domino's, you don't save. Goodbye.
I can't imagine there's much Domino's left after you get a hold of it.
Right, because you crush it.
Yeah, right.
See, it goes down smooth. Like that 5-hour energy.
Yeah, as opposed to the delicious pizzeria pizza that doesn't go down nearly as smooth.
No, but you feel guiltier destroying that because it's more substantial.
How?
It is.
You make 0 sense.
How?
How would you feel more guilty about eating a delicious pizza?
I do.
You're nuts. You talked yourself into it. You're just looking for excuses to eat Domino's.
No,
hey, honey, I got this low-calorie pizza from Domino's.
The last thing I'll ask you is what do you order for do you order a medium pie?
A large pie.
And how much of that are you putting away?
I put away probably like 5 or 6.
Okay, and you somehow feel worse from eating the pizzeria pizza. Like you put away more than half the pie.
Yeah, because you know what it's there for, Raymond.
Oh my God.
You know, how about this? The real pizzeria pizza, in a sense, it's its own work of art. You know, you appreciate it more. Domino's, it's there for one reason: to be destroyed. You know, I could use another analogy, but this is a family show. I'm not going to go there. If you kind of catch my drift.
Big family
I know
show.
where he's going.
I know
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. You know where we are going to go, though?
Knobservations.
It's about convenience for you and nothing else.
It's about convenience. Raymond, how about some knobservations for today?
That's right. And one guy who's probably never been to Olive Garden, would probably be insulted for even being implied, would be Anthony Volpe. But
I'm insulted by that, by the way. I've been there once in my whole life.
He's not having a great time in general. You know, the Yankees recently sent him to the minors, so he's in Scranton Wilkes-Barre with the Rail Riders, who I understand are changing the name again next year. But a bit of a blunder in the most recent minor league outing for the former Yankee shortstop, who's now trying to get some work in at second base. Early at bat, last night's game between the Rail Riders and the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. First 6 pitches of the game, he decided to use both of his team's challenges, and, well, he lost both.
Really good big league second baseman.
He's going to challenge a 3-0 pitch.
Pitch is total straight. The batter is challenged.
Rail Riders challenged 3 times last night. They were right just once. And they are wrong here.
Call is confirmed. Straight.
Yeah, kind of an odd challenge, 3-0. Might want to stick that one in your pocket and
that's
eat
one.
It. Make it 3-1.
It's not strike 3.
No, it just wasn't really a need to go ahead and do that.
And he is going to ring him up, and Volpe's going to challenge again. This is a big, big decision for the Rail Riders.
It's going to be really close.
They are out of challenges, 6 pitches into the game.
Well, they can play real baseball on that side of the ball. I mean, this was a really good pitch and way too close to take to begin with.
He's got a big smile on his face.
Yeah,
I'm going to guess the other 27 guys on the team aren't real happy right now.
I would imagine not.
So you're ahead of the count 3-0. What does that say about your confidence to even get on base if you have to challenge a 3-0 pitch? To lead off the game, basically?
It's not great. It's not great.
What type of punishment do you think there should be for that from the organization?
Well, not only like
I
that,
don't know,
just,
a punishment.
where's your head at?
But you're costing the team. That's what I mean.
Situation.
Like right off the bat.
Right, I mean,
like you're not ready to play baseball. Get on the bench.
Well, not even ready to play baseball. I mean, how much do you trust the fact that it's like, hey, I'd rather hit anyway, as opposed to just take a 4-pitch walk?
I wonder what the protocol is. I wonder what the protocol is for like whether a player is allowed to make challenges or not. It's like no,
I don't think there's. But he was a Yankee,
right? But it's like I
think it's probably different at both levels.
Well, remember the Mets had a major problem with that.
Stunk
with Carlos Mendoza, and it happened and
right
veterans like Simeon were doing it, and like this was the next day after it became like a thing that the manager had to talk about. Then the next day it happened again when you knew like, all right, maybe this team is kind of checked out.
It's one of those you lose your privileges or you have to be benched for a little while.
I agree.
It's one of the two. Did you guys follow this Little League story?
I actually, no joke, when I read this morning, my initial thought was, we've had these conversations about does Anthony Volpe end up back with the Yankees as a second baseman next year?
Yeah, that's what we were.
And it's almost like it's probably career-wise in his best interest.
Agreed.
To go somewhere else.
It's called change of scenery.
Agreed.
Like he's got to be one of these guys.
And it's probably one of those things where being so close to the situation probably hurts him.
Well, think about that, though, for a quick second. That'd be like, the guy won a Gold Glove for the Yankees as the shortstop. I mean, he's hit over 20 home runs in the league. He's a young player. Can you imagine going from that to being sent down to the minors now where you're worried about, what are you doing? Like, where's your confidence?
Yeah, never mind the fact that the guy they replaced you with is like a vacuum cleaner out there.
Well, but his confidence just like is gone. Like you could see it though. Like you could watch him from the time he got here to where he ended up. Like you could just see like just being chipped away the confidence that he had.
You said close to the situation. It made me think of, remember, I don't know, it was like 10, 12 years ago. Remember when the Mets AAA team was in Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And remember there was a game they couldn't, it was like a last-minute call-up. They needed him. They couldn't get him there physically, like across the country, because they were so far away.
And then they couldn't get out of that affiliation for a long time before they eventually went to Syracuse.
And that was in that Pacific Coast League.
Correct.
To where, like, the balls were, like, flying out of there.
Correct. Fun times. Little League Baseball, you saw what happened with the team from Oklahoma, right? Tulsa. So they were removed from the Southwest region. Texas judge backed that decision to remove them, keep them from playing in the championship game this past week, according to the Little League spokesperson. On Monday, Little League Baseball determined a player was ineligible and removed Tulsa National from the region, deeming its previous win a forfeit. Later Monday, parents of players on the team filed and were granted a temporary restraining order, allowed Tulsa to play against West Texas on Tuesday night, but Little League Baseball then asked the court to vacate the order, which the 414th District Court did not long before the scheduled first pitch in Waco. In a formally issue of the ruling, Judge Ryan Luna wrote that the court considered the motion, the arguments of counsel, and all of them as properly before it. As a result, West Texas, represented by a team from Bourne Little League, secured the berth in next week's international tournament in Williamsport. The player identified in court documents as OG is ineligible based on a wrong birth year, entered on behalf of his sibling, through whom he maintained his eligibility for the region. In the filing,
it's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, the district.
I heard some stories the other day.
And this is I was leading up to this, Rick, because you're involved with the coaching, and I'm sure you've seen some things, you've heard some things. We always go back to the team from the Bronx way back when with
Danny Almonte.
Danny Almonte. And
this is the biggest.
The kids pay the worst.
Well, the kids pay the worst, but it's also, I mean, the coaches, some of the parents, like some of the things that you hear stories about, it's incredible, man. I'm not going to tell you who told me this, but this person now is joining this new travel organization for baseball. This kid's really good at baseball. And he was telling me how, you're talking 10 years old, had a meeting where the coach is telling him how all the guys are going to, all the kids on the team take creatine. You're going to have to meet with the nutritionist. We have team-approved snacks. And then someone else tells me that this other team, they're all on peptides. They have some kids that are like smallish kids that now will go to who's the doctor that checks your hormones?
Is this stuff all okay?
Endocrinologist? Does that sound right?
That seems right.
And then we'll take the shots to keep their growth plates open.
Wait a minute.
So they grow.
This is just like local Little League?
This is like, this is like
10-year-old kids.
Little League Baseball.
That doesn't seem on the up and up to
Craziness,
keep your growth plates from...
Crazy.
And Joe Torre told you this?
No. I'm not going to tell you who told me that, but this is what you're dealing with.
Wow.
It's that level of craziness.
So the filing said that the kid OG had played for Tulsa Little League in the state tournament, but not in the Southwest region, and that he resides outside the ordinary boundary, but his sibling, identified as KG, is a member of Tulsa National's Challenger Division, which is the adaptive program for children with physical and intellectual challenges. So that almost makes it worse. Sad. It's really sad.
I'll tell you what, though, and God forbid, like I've seen some of these viral videos online. Whenever like one of the teams or whenever something is suspicious and they start to chant like birth certificate or whatever, like that sets off like a brawl.
Well, you can't believe how big some of these kids are.
Well, you look at some of these kids and they're gigantic. Some of the kids look like they have facial hair. It's like,
when I played, and that was how many years ago? It was the same thing. Like there'd be one or two kids that were just so much better and more developed than everybody else that we just sat there. We're like, oh my, can we see the birth certificate? Are they 12?
Kids throwing like mid-70s.
Yeah,
it's nasty.
You step in the batter's box and you wet yourself because Doc Gooden's standing 60 feet away.
It's rough. All right, Dan, let's pay off your story. Jayden Daniels is not happy with LSU. An attorney representing the Commanders' QB says that told LSU that it can no longer use his name, image, and likeness, according to an August 5th letter sent to the Tigers' AD, a copy of which was obtained by ESPN on Wednesday. At the center of the dispute is that the Tigers are allowing sophomore corner DJ Pickett to wear number 5. That was Daniels' jersey when he won the Heisman Trophy. Why is that a problem? His jersey's not retired, right? But he is the first time a player has worn number 5 since he left the program. Here's the statement. The Daniels family is deeply disappointed and feels profoundly disrespected by LSU's decision to give Jayden's number to another player. Jayden and his family had every reason to believe that his number would remain a meaningful part of LSU legacy and would be honored and protected in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to the university. He made it clear he did not want his number given to another player, and he believed his wishes would be respected.
Remember back in the day, like, they were one of the reasons when he was at Arizona State under Coach Herm, before he went to LSU, like, him and the stuff that he had going on, like, and his mother was very influential.
She's very protective.
Very protective, but they were doing some stuff then that kind of got the NCAA sharks in those waters to where everybody at Arizona State got the hell out of there.
So sources said that he believes he's being treated differently than Joe Burrow because nobody's worn number 9 since Joe Burrow left. So, LSU declined comment.
Hi, Tom.
What's Tom Bauer got
Tom,
for us?
he's got Rick's coffee.
So coffee.
Would you
on
feel
top
away?
of coffee,
Would you feel? No, I.
On top of 5-hour energy
This is
shots.
the third one. Yeah. Would you feel away about that?
About what?
If you kind of were of the understanding that
no,
because of all your accomplishments, no one would wear your number,
No.
and then now someone has your number.
I'm not living in the past. You know what? Define your own legacy. Create your own legacy with Washington in the NFL. Like what happened in LSU, dude? You were there for 5 minutes, right? I know he won a Heisman Trophy, but he was there. Part of me still thinks of him as he spent more time as the Arizona State quarterback than he did with LSU. You know what I mean? Create your legacy in the NFL. Worry about that.
Right, but he already what his point is he created his legacy.
Yeah, again, it's just really petty. It just seems petty.
Well, I think it also depends on what the conversations were. Right? I mean, if that was a conversation that you had with the people at LSU and you were under the impression that 5 was off limits and then they give 5 away, I could understand maybe feeling away about it.
I mean, who was the coach at the time?
Probably a nice donation could change all that, I bet.
Wasn't Brian Kelly, was it?
I'm here with my family.
My family.
You just wanted to play that.
No.
Was it him or who was before Brian Kelly?
He won the Heisman. Hey, that wasn't Eddie O. No, it would.
No, Eddie O was gone by then. Who
Eddie O was
after
Burrow.
Yeah, who was after Eddie O?
Was it Chip? Well, wasn't it Brian Kelly?
Maybe it was Brian Kelly.
No, we'll look that up.
No, you know who? No.
Stand by. Go ahead, Ray.
Use your computer. You get 5 of them. Dabble with one of them, would you please?
I use one,
Let's talk about another current NFL quarterback, or maybe 2 of them. Deshaun Watson will start the Browns preseason opener against the Bears in Chicago on Saturday. Shedeur Sanders will start the second preseason game against the Bills on October 22nd. Todd Monken informed quarterbacks of his decision after practice yesterday.
Yeah, it was Brian Kelly.
It was Brian Kelly. Yeah. Okay, so here with my family.
That makes sense.
Okay. So Watson and Sanders have been alternating first-team practice reps. Now, why is this in Knobservations? Well, Monken's been kind of testy with the media in Cleveland this past week. So, this is him, asked earlier before that announcement, had he named the starting quarterback.
I have not. They're each going to start a game. How do I want it that way? Does that make sense? Like, it's not that simple. They're each going to start a game. We're still going to go through this week, and next week we're going to have to decide when we practice against the Bills, because then you're not going to just give one practice. You're not going to give one of the quarterbacks the ones. You're going to have to rotate those guys a little bit in the preseason practice. And then after those 2 games, then I think we'll be closer to at least having a better idea. But one's going to start one game and the other one's going to start the other.
So, it is what it is. Media will try to get their answers, and that's what happens. Monken got a little testy because somebody may have pushed the envelope and tried to get him to say something that he says he did not say.
I'm not sure I understood you. When Mary Kay asked if they're even Steven, and then you mentioned that Deshaun's is better.
Hold on. What was that?
So that's what I'm asking. Were you saying,
I said Deshaun's better?
Were you saying that he's gotten better since camp, or that he is better than Shedeur? I want to make sure.
I don't think I threw in there that he's better than Shedeur. I'm not sure I went that far, but I appreciate you trying to trap me in that.
I'm not.
It's going well for.
So I think that the Jets have another contender, a team they got to worry about for the number 1 overall pick.
You think so?
Yeah,
you think so?
I think
it's kind of vibe I'm getting.
But I mean, it's like it's every year with Cleveland. Every year there's something, and that's why they were so quick to kick Kevin Stefanski to the curb. Like they somehow went to the playoffs on more than one occasion. Won playoff games. The dude was the coach of the year. What, twice?
Twice.
I just.
Well, you could say the same thing about Baker Mayfield. Being so quick to move on from Baker Mayfield. He took him to the playoffs.
That's Cleveland.
Yeah.
It's the best run they've had here since coming back.
Some teams, man, they can't
get out of their own way.
They can't get out of their own ways, right?
Dan, I want to follow up on something for you because you were very upset about this when the NBA schedule dropped on opening day.
Oh, yeah.
And
He's a big schedule guy.
You're a big schedule guy, and the big thing that jumped out at you that really got you mad, I felt like I was talking off a ledge here. So why is the season opening with a 3 o'clock game?
Mm-hmm.
Well, our Dave McMiniman is on the NBA Today. He has a couple answers for you.
I've talked to people around the league today, and they're like, we could sense the excitement for the NBA right now, so let's experiment with this thing.
Let's do it.
And they talked with executives at NBC, and it was kind of a joint decision that this is something we can turn into a celebration of the game. It's already a marquee moment for the league. Let's see if we can enhance it and turn it into a major showcase. Maybe down the line, this becomes a tradition for NBA fans. And listen, like, it's not that abnormal to see sporting events during the daytime
Baseball
in
does it all the
America.
time.
Baseball, the NHL season tipped off at 5 p.m. or whatever, pucked off.
Drop the puck.
There you go. And then also added bonus, hey, it's an international game. 3 p.m. Eastern is primetime viewing in Europe.
Aha. International game, 3 p.m. time. There you
Adam
go.
Silver in the NBA got
There you
word that
go.
there's untapped market in Portugal.
What do you mean it's an international game? Oh, because basketball's an international game.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, I get it.
Correct. So he wants to get the international market, where the time zone's a little different.
Well, the NFL does it.
Well,
The NFL does it too with these Australia openers now and all this stuff.
Right. But that game's not international.
Right, wouldn't
It's
you
just
make it
starting-
international, though?
It would probably make more sense
Like
to
it would
make it international.
at least it would give you some like extra. The game is in Detroit.
It's a very good
Like
point.
I could find myself like at 3 o'clock, like looking to see what it was like. Hey, what does it look like in name the country that they're playing in? It's a Tuesday.
I think that's a good question for Adam Silver.
And by the way, you play.
He's got a lot on his plate, though.
82 games, also.
Right. Well, it's like, remember when the NBA plays those games overseas? Don't they have like the Paris games? Like they send like Indiana against Memphis or whatever it is,
the
or
Paris game, they're all sending the Spurs now.
Well, you know what I mean. But but it would just be like two obscure teams in like the middle of February, and they'd play the games during the day, and you say to yourself, "Who's watching this?"
Mouth tornado. Well, the Knicks had the London game a couple of years ago, and it wasn't just throwaway. The Knicks were pretty good at the time. This thing is really extended. Look at this.
I have so much energy.
It's troubling.
And again,
it's troubling.
It feels like every time he's in studio for this, he's got a white shirt on. It's
gray.
I'm a big fan. It's grayish. I'm a big fan of the lighter colors.
You like to live dangerously.
I can't put my shirt on because I get deodorant on the dark ones. It's a real problem.
He likes to live dangerously, and I appreciate it.
It's a real problem. I couldn't wear that. I'd have deodorant all over the back of that thing.
You got to be careful when you apply it. That's why. I'm no different than you.
So this was from earlier in the week. We've not really touched on it, but it's one of those things that is being picked up on. What's going on?
Frozen 3.
They're making Frozen 3.
Yes. Nice.
Mouth tornado, Frozen 3. It's all happening.
Let's go Disney.
Love that movie.
Indiana Fever coach Stephanie White, she gave an impassioned statement to reporters before a win Tuesday night against the Liberty. She's in her second year as Fever head coach. She was responding after some felt she did not have Sophie Cunningham's back when she was on the receiving end of a flagrant foul by the Chicago Sky guard Dejanay Carrington on Saturday. Here's Stephanie White.
10 toes down all the time. All the time. They know that. It's a shame that we can't have an opportunity to talk about what great basketball they're playing because they are playing. The hate, the fear-mongering, the divisiveness, the stuff that's trying to hijack our league will not win. It won't win. We are united. We are connected. We will not be divided. Every day these women put their ass on the line. Every day. When they go low, we go high. Love will win. Grace will win. Humility will win. And kindness will win. I stand by them. I will always stand by them. Everybody else can go to hell.
Is she running for office?
That's a lady who
sounded like a political speech.
Well, I mean, that's unfortunately it feels like a lot of that stuff is what's going on. It's not really about basketball, and a lot of the plot has been lost.
Which is sad, too, because I enjoy watching the WNBA. I think the problem with that is that when you didn't play it in the sound, but she's like, well, I was reacting to it in real time.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to see it on replay, and now that I've seen it on replay however many times, I clearly have her back, and it was a dangerous play. But it's like, okay, in the moment, people wanted you to be a little bit stronger about it. I'm with Ray, though. Like it feels like the reason we talk about the WNBA is less about
has nothing to do with basketball.
Yeah, how good the basketball good is, and how good Asia Wilson is, and all these players.
There are people protesting and calling for her job, and like so.
Not only that, now you got the whole Ennis Canner thing. I mean, he's put himself in the draft.
The Royce White thing. It's insane.
He did.
Again,
I know.
And I don't watch the WNBA to the same extent as other people. Probably not as much as you, Rick, but I do enjoy it from time to time. You know, Ryan Rucco's my buddy, and he's like the lead voice of it. But like the point is that we're not talking about basketball anymore, and that's sad. And I heard this from Andrea Carter on WNBA Today, and she's got the right mindset on it, I think.
How many Indiana Fever games have you actually watched? How many games have you actually paid attention to watch the team and what they're doing out on the court? Are you calling for Steph White's job because of who she is as a coach, or are you calling for her job because you watched one clip and you're piling on and you're fueled by hatred and you're finding a space to exercise something that's not related to basketball at all? And that's where we are right now in the W, and that's why it's so frustrating. You can't just talk about basketball. And I look forward to the day, like Steph White said, when this is a space where basketball fans come to pick apart the game and the performances and come to celebrate the talent that we have, and where people are judged based on their basketball thoughts and what happens on the court, and their character is not associated with those things. And we're just not at that place right now.
Hopefully one day we can be. I'd like it to just be about basketball. But it's not right now.
Well, the WNBA is in a weird place because it's never been more popular, I don't feel like, than it is right now. Or like just a topic of conversation. I can't remember before Caitlin Clark and all the different this is just not basketball related, just in general, like all the things surrounding that. Did we ever talk WNBA as much as we're talking about WNBA? So the fact that we're talking about it is, I guess, a step in the right direction, but it feels like most of the time we're talking about it for all the wrong reasons.
You're still promoting it.
You're promoting it. People are paying attention to it.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's drawn eyeballs to televisions. Like, it's definitely growing in popularity. Like, there's I was talking to my financial guy the other day. Like, there is a lot of money being pumped into women's sports right now because it's too, like, men's sports is too expensive, right? And like, live sports is going to continue to grow. And this is someone that watches it. I enjoy watching the WNBA, but I also understand like there is a lot of stuff that is involved with it now
that you could do without.
Yes. I also understand, like, I get when there's someone that jumps into your league, and I don't care. Like, even with Wemby, right? Like, Wemby jumps into the league, he's the alien, and he hasn't really won anything. Well, he hasn't won anything, not really. He hasn't won anything, and yet he's the face of, like, one of the faces of the NBA. But I don't see players in the NBA like overly upset about it. It's like what's good for it's good for the NBA. It's good for us. Like, he's promoting our game, which makes us all more money. And for whatever reason, I mean, I can't tell you exactly what the reason is because I'm not in locker rooms. I don't know what these people, like, what the ladies are talking about. But, like, Caitlin Clark is good for your sport.
Well, here's I'm going to use the analogy because this was a thing. And I know it's another lifetime ago, but when the AFL was a thing, and Joe Namath showed up to the Jets and into the AFL, he was like the first superstar.
Yeah,
right. He was almost like the first like superstar, like as far as
he transcended the sport.
Transcended to the point where guys on the opposing team, like opposing defenses, like what's his name, like Fred Dreyer, who was Hunter. They said, you know what though? Yeah, their job is to bring him down and go after him, but they were smart enough to realize I'm not going to try to take this guy out of the game because he's box office and he's putting eyeballs on our league. And when there's eyeballs on our league, it's good for all of us.
Right.
To your point. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not jealous of him or whatever. Like, he's helping us.
Yeah, I can't remember a time where I would, like, you see that in sports. Like, I don't think
that resentment from the older generation.
Well, no, like, you got guys in the NHL that happens all the time. Like, I mean, the second Connor McDavid stepped on the scene, the second, Connor Bedard jumped into the league, it wasn't like a resentment towards, like, this guy hasn't done anything yet. It's like, no, this guy, if this guy turns into what we all expect him to turn into, it's just going to be good. Like, it's good for Chicago, which is good for the league. It's like having Connor McDavid keeps Edmonton relevant. Like, it's just good for the sport. But I mean, Caitlin Clark, and it's a lightning rod for people.
I never expected it to take off like that. Like, I mean, like when you say lightning rod, like for all those reasons, like I never expected it to get to these links.
Like with the whole like back and forth with her and Angel Reese in college, and then like all the like excitement about that, that making its way into the WNBA. You had people talking about like the Bird Magic comparison, right? Like you got this college rivalry that turns into a WNBA rivalry, and then the whole thing just now has turned into everything but basketball. To the point now where Enes Kanter's put himself into the trap.
I mean, we won't even get into that. The ridiculousness of that.
And that was what didn't Ray and I talk about yesterday? Like once upon a time, like That's what you had to look forward to as a Knicks fan. Like, we'd be at the Garden for those games.
20-10.
Enes Kanter was 20-10 a night, and that was like, okay.
Excited about it.
You get excited about it, you know?
And the guy goes and kisses the Knicks logo. That was Knobservations, brought to you by D'Agostino Law. 35 years of getting accident victims and Social Security disability clients every dollar they deserve. Offices in New York and New Jersey, 1-800-BITE-BACK. D'Agostino Law, bite back.
The investigation found he was viewing pornographic material on his personal phone just before the vehicle crash.
Did it happen?
What in your mind makes you think that you should get into the back of a cop car? Because we wanted to ride to the next bar.
In Florida?
Do I look like a taxi? No.
Assist to the great R.J. Santillo from this one.
Vacationing R.J. Santillo.
This was early on in the week, so I don't know if he was officially on vacation.
How about that inspirational photo I sent to the group chat yesterday for R.J.?
I didn't get that one. Was that WhatsApp?
It's true love. It's true love is what
true
it
love
is.
is what it is.
It is what it is. Oh, boy. I don't know what else to call it. 2 men have been charged with aggravated battery after allegedly taking up arms, one with a machete and one with a hatchet in a parking lot. The altercation between Everett Krichbaum and James Gay was over a love interest, according to a police report. Krichbaum was sitting in his car in the parking lot when Gay first approached him, started a verbal altercation. Gay then allegedly returned to his vehicle, came back with a machete in its sheath. He hit Krichbaum in the face with it.
Oh.
No, it was sheathed. It was fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That makes it okay. Thank goodness.
The feud between the two men had been brewing over a woman that Krichbaum is dating and Gay used to date, Stephanie Marshall, who identified herself to a news outlet as Gay's girlfriend, is listed as the witness on the report. Did this happen in Florida? And I will not tell you the store. I will not tell you the locations.
Cafe Beignet.
No fear. The machete was sheathed.
Yeah.
No fear.
That's a load off.
No worries.
I think the
you know that reminds me of
attempted murder in that place.
You remember the Chappelle skit where he's like, notice how he shot him below the knee. I think that was the World Series of Dice one. Who's up first? Dan, you're up first.
No, I don't want to be up first.
All right, I'll go. You know what, Ray? You did yourself, as a veteran of Did It Happen in Florida, you gave something away there. By saying, I'm not going to tell you.
Did I?
Yeah. Florida. Definitively Florida.
Because it probably happened at like a Publix.
I love that place, by the way.
Good place. Good place.
I take field trips to that place.
Do you
Just to
really?
walk around. Oh, beautiful.
Shoot the J. Shoot it.
I'm kind of leaning towards you. Like I said, just that little slip of the tongue there.
Cass on board also. Cass says definitely Florida. And
Wow.
She's
a native.
Yep.
Say to the face. What?
She never gets the sheath machete.
It's not sheathed.
Never.
No, never.
I'm allergic. What? Why buzz that? Why?
Did you make your proclamation then?
No, I'm still thinking
going,
about it.
I'm going with this lunatic.
Harvey?
And I'm going to say Florida.
I'll say not Florida.
Of course you will.
Well, Harvey, you're incorrect.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, Florida. It is, in fact, Panama City. It is, in fact, a Publix.
It was a Publix?
Yeah.
See, that's where he slipped up, though. That's where he slipped up. The fact he said, I'm not going to tell you the place.
And you know what?
That's how I knew.
There was one a few weeks ago you slipped up, too. I don't think I said it, because he said when I was researching it or something like that, to come up with the story. So to research it, you're probably going to type in things that happen in Florida.
Not necessarily. When I research, it's usually because this is a real problem now. I see a lot of these.
Ones.
I see a lot of these stories end up being fake.
Yep.
So then I Google them to see if they actually happen, and if
I did that the other day.
Yeah.
Someone told me someone to send me the story about the guy breastfeeding on the plane, and I thought it was real. Turns out it was fake. He got hungry on the plane and decided to have a little snack.
Wait, time out.
What?
Time out. Somebody's on a plane.
Yeah, it's a fake story though.
Fake story, and he was breastfeeding on the plane.
Off his wife.
Oh, off his wife.
Yeah. Like, hey, I'm parched.
Yeah, I don't think you can get away with that on the plane.
I think I saw that one. Yeah.
Maybe in first class, but definitely not in coach.
Yeah, that was fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's it.
That's
Good job, Ray.
So we won. Good job, Raymond. Excellent. Harv, better luck next time, buddy. Let's talk a little NBA when we come back. Do you know how much money is flying around the NBA? No, I mean, like, do you know?
Billions.
Do you think you know? But do you really know?
You broke the math down yesterday.
Oh, we broke it. We'll break down the math again. Oh my God. Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York. 8:33. Let's get a check of the road. Say good morning, Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Rick. Good morning, company. Shout out to my family. Guys, let's see what's going on. We've got delays cross Bronx westbound. Lots of company getting out toward the George Washington Bridge. Outbound lower level, it's construction. Inbound Lincoln Tunnel, disabled bus just cleared. 20 minutes in at the Lincoln, over at the Holland, 35. Staten Island Expressway west at Richmond Ave, a collision. Meadowbrook north at Hempstead Turnpike, a crash there. Sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS4KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to cars4kids.org now or call 877-CARS4KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to cars4kids.org. That's cars with a K.
Hi, thanks for calling Uline.
Wait, did the phone even ring?
Nope.
Okay, so you answered before the ring. But now you're going to put me on hold, right?
We don't do that here. We're real people answering the phone, ready to help with your order when you are.
Uline has thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline, we warehouse for you.
Hey, it's Peter Rosenberg. This summer, I made a decision. Instead of just living with my pain, I wanted to find out what was actually causing it. That's why I went to see Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Pain. What I liked right away was his approach. He takes the time to understand what's going on and builds a treatment plan that's right for you without jumping straight to surgery. If you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, sciatica, or joint pain, it's worth having the conversation. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, getting care is convenient no matter where you are. Go to samwellpain.com to learn more or schedule an appointment.
Kenny here to help you ignite your taste buds with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Juicy cherry, citrus lime, and blue raspberry. It's that iconic freezer pop flavor, but with none of the guilty sugar aftermath. The perfect summer kick. It's a delicious, portable, zero-sugar energy shot bursting with flavor. Bring on summer with Firework Freeze 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
Oh no, I dropped my lip balm in the water. I can't think of anything worse than the looming threat of potentially having chapped lips. It was ginger vanilla too, my favorite flavor.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive, so you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
All right, it's Dan and Rick. It's DNR here on ESPN New York. I'm going to be honest with you because we're all family here. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about the audience too. I'm nervous we might not be able to finish this show. Ray, I got a guy in here who's literally like you're traveling. You're driving around in a Pinto with basically a wild animal on narcotics. That's what I got here for the next 80 minutes. He just says
he
to me,
starts foaming at the mouth.
He says to me during the like, did you see? Geno Smith wears those red contact lenses now. Like he does. This is a thing because it's supposed to help with the glare.
The glare.
So even when he did his media yesterday after practice, like you see his eyes, he's still wearing the lenses. This guy, I'm looking at his eyes right now because this is after 1 coffee, 2 5-hour energies, which is 10 hours of energy. Throw in the fact that he's got the giant one from Starbucks here, too. Like, he's not going to be able to land this plane.
I told you the second you opened that bottle that this was asking for trouble.
Well, when he
took a sip.
When he did the mouth tornado thing, like, that was on another level. That was an amped-up, over-caffeinated monster.
Well, this is where we are. Nothing we can do about
Seriously,
it.
Seriously, you going to be okay?
You've got an hour and 22 minutes.
I mean, define okay. I think it'll be fine. I'll get through it.
You've got an hour and 22 minutes.
Are you going to be having?
I can't make any guarantees.
Legit conversations just about anything?
They'll be energetic.
Well, how about this?
I can promise you that.
Can you give me an energetic retelling of the good folks at Tricon and what they provide?
Bet you know what I can.
There you
when
go.
you're developing a commercial project, choosing the right construction partner matters. Of course it does. Tricon Construction is expanding across New Jersey and taking on bigger, more complex projects with the experience and discipline those jobs require. They understand the pressure developers face, schedules, budgets, capital, reputation, and the need to keep everything moving. Tricon brings leadership, accountability, and clear project management from start to finish. For commercial construction done professionally and done right, make sure you visit TriconBuilds.com. That's TriconBuilds.com.
Excellent job, my friend, and great job by Tricon, as always. 800-919-3776. So the NBA, and really this is just like professional sports in general, but the money is just getting, forget about now we're talking athletes. Now the price of some of these franchises. And yesterday, I was in John's office right after the show, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes after, and word comes down that the Lakers are sold. I said, what do you mean the Lakers are sold? It was just last year. The guy from the Dodgers just paid, $10 billion for them. Why? What do you mean they're for sale? No, they sold again. Bob Iger, who used to be our old boss.
Well, it doesn't sound like they were for sale.
Well, not for sale, but they sold, yes. I'm saying. And apparently it happened like in a few days. And Josh Kushner, $12.5 billion from Mark Walter. And now you're sitting there saying, okay, look at the Lakers. All right, they were owned by the Buss family for almost 5 decades. And now you mean to tell me in a matter of 14 months they've been sold twice?
Yeah.
And they're not cheap.
No.
Because when Mark Walter bought the Dodgers, they also, with the Guggenheim folks or whatever, that was a little over $2 billion, which is, obviously not cheap. But think about that. The Los Angeles Dodgers, baseball franchise, about $2.5 billion. The Los Angeles Lakers, you're telling me, what, 4 or 5 times that almost? Like, that's insane. Insane.
Well,
the price of these franchises.
Well, you're also talking about the Lakers. Right? You saw what the Cowboys were valued at. We talked about it yesterday, $15.5 billion.
I get you. If they do that list again today, it's not going to be. It's not going to be. What was it? 15.5.
15.5.
It won't be that.
It's again
17, 18.
Everything's worth what someone's going to pay for it, right? There was no thought that he was going to buy the Lakers a year ago and then turn around and sell it for $2.5 million more than he bought it for. But how the story goes is Iger and Kushner were involved in trying to get Vegas. Right, as the Vegas price continued to go up, and I got, what were they at, like $9.5 billion or something?
Yeah.
And he's like,
a potential expansion team.
Right,
is what we're
and
saying.
then so you're fighting for this, and now when you're like in a competition to get this, you can imagine what the price will end up being. They're like, well, rather than fight this fight, why don't we make some phone calls, see if there's anything that's already see if the Lakers are available. You pick up the phone, hey, what do you think about $12.5 billion? Oh, and by the way, you're also being investigated right now for tax fraud on the other side of it.
And that's Mark Walter,
yes.
by the DOJ with his company down there with the financial stuff. But it's funny, too, because Kushner was a minority owner for the Miami Heat, which, okay, he has got to give that up, which that's the small price to pay.
And the Grizzlies.
And the Grizzlies. And Bob Iger was a fan, a season ticket holder for the Clippers.
And I think he owns a soccer team, a women's soccer team, an NWSL team, I believe.
The list I have right here and this is going back to 2025, like valuable sports franchises. It says here, Ray, the Cowboys are at 13, but it's gone up.
It went up. It was 15.5 yesterday.
Right. Number 2, this is in the world.
Yeah.
Or maybe North America. Probably not even. Golden State Warriors.
Yep.
Golden State Warriors. Mm-hmm. And a lot of that probably has to do with the new arena as well in San Francisco. And they were at 11. The Lakers were the second NBA team at 10, and now we know that number got bumped up, so they probably leapfrog Golden State in those regards. Then the Rams, then the football Giants, and then the Knicks.
Yeah. Gosh. Well, I mean, that's why you're seeing all this private equity money now starting to get involved, because you're just like, who can afford this? Right? Like, I mean, who can $12.5 billion?
Maybe we should buy a soccer team. You want to get together and buy a soccer team?
I don't think we have the funds to buy a soccer team.
Well, I mean, like Real Madrid. That's like a few $1 billion. That's like chump change compared to the Lakers.
We can maybe sponsor one of the little league teams. Why
not?
I don't know that we can.
Yeah, we can buy. You guys, I got a team going to Cooperstown. You can pay. You want to buy that?
You know people. Yeah. You know people. We could get a group together.
Multiple people. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Our folks, good friends at Tricon, maybe want to.
Like you remember, we used to say, "Oh, LeBron could probably get something together." Like
LeBron was supposed to get Vegas. Like the thought was LeBron was going to get Vegas.
I don't think that's going to happen now.
Doesn't feel like it.
No.
We're still going to be playing probably too for another 5 years at this rate.
I was reading a story. Was it 2 days ago about how Magic Johnson was like explaining how he.
I'm not familiar with him. Well,
your phone. I mean, just described your whole phone's life story with this whole Starbucks strategy. So like it's amazing some of these like how these business people, and to have the NBA career that he had to now be like the kind of businessman that he is. So he got a Starbucks. Now sold that to build the next one, to build the next one, to build the next one, and then his exit strategy was like, I'm going to build like over 100 of these things and sell them back to Starbucks.
Right.
And then he used that money to buy the Dodgers.
And he had the movie theaters too.
That's crazy.
Right? The Magic Johnson theaters.
Yep.
Or whatever. It's amazing too. Like you get the money and then you do so much better in business. Like there was a story yesterday about Federer, for example. Like Federer.
With On.
Right. Federer total prize money just from tennis was like $130 million or something like that. And then he had endorsements while he was playing or whatever. But now he got in with like the shoe companies and this and that. To now his net worth is running around $1 billion.
On.
Yeah.
Because some of these guys are smart. Like they did that with which one was it? Was it Vitamin Water or Body Armor? One of the ones where a lot of these guys now are smart enough. They smart enough where don't give me the one-time payment. Give me equity in the company.
I think David Wright did that with the Vitamin Water. Believe it or not. I think he was one of those guys.
I think Kobe did that, and that's what Federer did with the shoes. Because they want to use him to launch the brand.
Yeah, he only owns like 2% of the company, but
give me equity.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's smart. Smart money. 800-919-3776. Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. At Rings End, they're there to help realize your modern design visions. That's why they partner with Marvin. Engineered for big ideas, Marvin modern windows and doors deliver effortless elegance, expansive views, and industry-leading innovation, all in a modular system designed to meet the exacting principles of modern architecture. Experience Marvin Modern at a Rings End showroom today and create something stunning with them. Rings End is a certified Marvin installing retailer.
Hey, Yankees fans! Join us at Yankee Stadium on Friday, August 21st, as the Yankees take on the Toronto Blue Jays. And don't miss Cody Bellinger Bobblehead Night, presented by T-Mobile. The first 18,000 guests through the gates will take home an exclusive Cody Bellinger bobblehead. Get here early, grab the giveaway, and cheer on the Bronx Bombers. Tickets are available now at Yankees.com/tickets.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
This is the Michael K. Show.
Talking with Alex Rodriguez, what you've seen of Lombard, what do you think?
It's amazing when you have a plus defender at short, how it makes your entire team better defensively. Lombard can do for the Yankees defensively and for those great pitchers what Aaron Judge does for the offense. That's how good Lombard can be.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
Hey, it's Peter Rosenberg. This summer, I made a decision. Instead of just living with my pain, I wanted to find out what was actually causing it. That's why I went to see Dr. Jay Shah at Samwell Pain. What I liked right away was his approach. He takes the time to understand what's going on and builds a treatment plan that's right for you without jumping straight to surgery. If you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, sciatica, or joint pain, it's worth having the conversation. With offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood, getting care is convenient no matter where you are. Go to SamwellPain.com to learn more or schedule an appointment.
Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York. They have to send the hall monitors out for us.
Well, you're getting a snack. My coffee's just, it's sweating all over.
It was John, our boss, who was the one calling us in.
Right, so it's not our fault.
I thought we were in trouble. He's like, you got a second?
I was more like, I mean, I don't know if impressed is the right word. I'm trying to think of the right word, but all the caffeine that's just coursing through my veins right now. I mean, Harvey's got a military-grade tucking going on right now.
Harv, is that accurate or no?
It's like he's wearing a bodysuit. Like, that's not even a shirt, it's a bodysuit. It's that well tucked.
Which you had to confirm the identity of, right? He said, what's that
Harvey,
thing called?
is that a shirt or a bodysuit? Don't lie now.
It's a shirt.
How do you keep it so tucked in front like that?
So what? He's very presentable. Very presentable fellow.
But usually when you lift your arms, it comes up a little bit.
You think you know a guy, and this is what he comes with?
I think it looks great. I think it looks phenomenal.
You realize this is not him. This is the caffeine talking, right?
Nothing I say right now.
Are you actually going to drink any of that stuff?
It's actually dangerous when you give a guy who doesn't have much of a filter to begin with,
right?
And you give him even less of a
58
filter
ounces of caffeine
because he's hopped up on Mountain Dew or whatever he's taking over there.
I'm not going to lie to you. That read was tough.
You still got one more of them too before the show's over.
My tongue and lips were moving faster than I could actually get the words out. That's what I felt like.
Fun.
That's where we're at right now, Ray. I wanted to play this yesterday, but I think it's still valid because I mentioned it earlier in the show. So our buddy Jim Duquette, the great Jim Duquette, he was on the show podcast, the John Heyman vehicle with the New York Post, talking about the Mets and looking ahead to next year and what potentially lies in store in the offseason. And he identified one particular glaring need, in his opinion, and somebody that may be just the guy to help satisfy that need.
My biggest concern has been is in the rotation, not because of McClain or Scott. I like what I've seen out of Thornton so far. I really felt they should have signed Holmes. The philosophy that David Stearns has had just doesn't work in New York. They have to sign Skubal. I don't believe there's any other way out of this if they don't get Skubal. And I always hate throwing pressure on a guy who's been, I've been in that job before. I think it's a two-team race.
Well, that's what I
in the
think.
Free agent market, you have to take your shot. Right, they have a 50. Maybe it skews more towards the Dodgers because of the winning, but it's going to have to be. Listen, is it $400 million? Probably.
Wow. There was yesterday, believe it or not, with this whole because everybody and I've been saying it too. We just assume Skubal's going to the Dodgers. I mean, he's there now, but as an offseason, he's going to sign there as a free agent and cement the whole thing. With this whole Mark Walter thing, selling the Lakers. And obviously you pointed out all the stuff that's going on with the DOJ and this and that and maybe into his business. Everybody then starts pointing fingers at the Dodgers and say, well, what does this mean for the Dodgers moving forward since he owns that team as well? So Stan Kasten, who's the president of the Dodgers, had to have an impromptu press conference on the field yesterday before the game. And basically he just said, one has nothing to do with the other. Dodgers are still doing their thing business-wise. There's not going to be any impact whatsoever. That's for now. Like, how do we know? How are we so sure that things are not going to maybe go a little bit sideways? And wouldn't that be, you talk about things that were the least suspected course of events in sports. The Dodgers possibly being subjected to having to go about business a little bit of a different way. And again, I'm not confident that's going to happen, but like, could you imagine how that would change the balance of power potentially?
Well, how about the CBA?
That too.
I mean, that's part of it also. Yeah, coupled with. I don't know what's going on with the whole tax situation that they're dealing with. The idea that he was going to buy the Lakers and turn around a year later and sell it. I don't know. Maybe just the idea of $2.5 billion after a year just made too much sense for him. But, I mean, it doesn't feel like the Dodgers are going to slow down anytime soon unless there's new restrictions because of the CBA. But when you look at it, $400 million, how many teams in Major League Baseball can afford to pay somebody $400 million?
All right. Now, do we even think that that's a smart thing to do for a pitcher? Forget about like if he can or can't or not.
Is it a smart thing to do?
Given the way how some of these contracts have aged?
Probably not. But is it, as a Mets fan, one of the reasons why you were so excited to have Steve Cohen as your owner? Yes. Especially knowing over the last couple of years, your rotation has been one of the glaring deficiencies that's led to, I mean, specifically last year. I mean, that season fell apart because of your rotation.
He'll be 30 years old in November. Like, remember, and Stearns was a guy who was willing to go all in the big contract for Yamamoto. Who was obviously younger.
Yep.
Right? Was it Sasaki also? Or definitely Yamamoto. But is now that number staring you in the face, 30, that God forbid we don't know how this is going to age?
Yeah, but, I mean, that isn't supposed to matter. Like the way that David Stearns wants to do this with Frankie Montas and these pieces that he's added hasn't worked.
Why'd you bring that up?
Hasn't worked.
Why'd you bring that up?
So I mean, if you sign Tarik Skubal and it doesn't work out, I mean, how much blame are you going to take for that? It also feels like that's going to be more of a ownership move than a David Stearns move because like these big contracts that we're talking about, like Soto wasn't David Stearns,
right?
Just like Aaron Judge had to get it done with Hal, because these GMs have a number, they have a value that they want to put, they have a belief that contracts at 30, especially with starting pitchers. You've seen how he's dealt with the starting pitchers, how he's dealt with the rotation. I mean, I would imagine that David Stearns doesn't believe paying a pitcher $400 million is a smart investment, but we're not talking about being smart here.
Garrett Cole was a year younger, so like Garrett Cole was 29 when he signed with the Yankees, and that was a major deal. You know what I mean? So
he was also supposed to be like the missing piece.
Absolutely. So I mean, I'm sure somebody's going to advertise Skubal.
I'll tell you what,
though,
if all of a sudden now you brought in Skubal, and then I mean, there was this mutual thing between Clay Holmes and the Mets, which is why you felt comfortable trading him in the first place. It's like, hey, we like you, you like us. I mean, we gave you your start, and you get the best of both worlds where you get something and then he comes back, and now you're talking about Skubal, Holmes, McClain, Scott, and Thornton. Okay.
You look at it a little bit differently.
A little bit differently. But that, you have to, though, because the expectation is not, hey, you know what, this season didn't go well.
Hey.
We got what we could, and we're going to retool here, and we'll see what happens. No. It's like you just had two disgusting seasons.
And all they keep talking about is wanting to contend in 2027.
Right.
So take them at their word.
Well, but the owner also said how it could be difficult.
Right.
Also.
CBA is going to play a big role in this thing, too. And I don't know if there's going to be a legitimate end in sight anytime soon.
It depends on what you believe. Right? It also depends on, I don't know if I've asked you this or I asked Dave this. Like, Rob Manfred has an expiration date.
Yep. He's gotten out.
Okay. But what does he want his legacy to be? Does he want, is it in his, is he set his mind on, I could be the commissioner, my legacy will be, I left the league with a salary cap?
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, the owners will win when the owners want to win. They have the money.
There's not going to be a cap. Not going to be a cap.
If the owners want it, they'll get it.
Baseball Players Union is the strongest union
not that
that you
strong
have.
anymore.
I'm just
It has been. They're only as strong as the owners want to be. If the owners want to dig their heels in, the owners can take as much time as they want.
Here's the problem, though. They got to really get together and look each other in the eye and realize what's the overall benefit of this game moving forward. Classic example, tonight. You got to Field of Dreams game. Where's the game?
What do you mean, where's the game?
Where's the game? Where do you watch the game?
Netflix.
How many people know that? Like you said, your father-in-law, he going to be able to know that
I'll have to tell him.
Right. How many people even know, A, that there's a Field of Dreams game, 2, that if they want to watch it, it's going to be on Netflix? Just like with the Home Run Derby. But it seems like that got more publicized than even this. This is supposed to be one of their so-called showcase events.
Right.
And it's on Netflix. All right. Quick timeout. We come back. Final hour in store. Harvey's got the stuff you missed. Ray, the 3 stars. We will talk Yankees. And how about these bats coming to life? And is it sustainable? The way the good vibes are flowing right now in the Bronx. It's Dan and Rick. It's DNR. It's ESPN New York.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This August, don't miss the Big 5 spin-off and your chance to win your share of $55,550. Be here on Friday, August 7th and 28th from 3 to 7 p.m. when one lucky winner will be drawn every hour to select 4 balls from the lottery drum to win up to $5,555 cash. Don't miss the Big 5 spin-off where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off and to wear a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Sponsored by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety Committee.
Monkey Sports, built by players for players, is your one-stop shop for hockey, baseball, lacrosse, and more. Find top-name equipment and expert in-store services like sharpening, break-ins, and relacing. Shop in-store at Monkey Sports in Farmingdale or Woodbridge or online for all the top brands. Whatever your sports, Monkey Sports gets you game ready fast. Monkey Sports, where athletes shop.
Miller time. People think it just happens, but that's not true. You know what you gotta do? You gotta go say hello with some beers. Make the plans. Forget the couch. Go to that thing. Play the game. See them in person. Talk to that stranger. Live a little. Small acts of rebellion that bring us together. Because legendary moments start with a light. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2026 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Introducing Wrangler Tough Light Jeans. The cowboy cuts you know and love. Now up to 20% lighter. Because lighter isn't a compromise. It's a better way to wear denim. Stay cool. Move with ease. Keep doing what you do. The durability you expect from Wrangler without the extra weight. Wrangler Tough Light. Tough jeans just got lighter.
ESPN New York is your home for the world champion New York Knicks. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Where'd you go, Cafe Dumont?
I don't remember what the place was called. Yes.
Yeah.
Cafe Beignet.
I think it's called Cafe Beignet, though. It's not called that. It's not the name of it.
I think it might be. Find out.
Did you get any beads while you're down there? You went to like the Olive Garden of beignet place.
No.
I had this great burger at this new place called McDonald's. This great Italian place called Jersey Mike. I got this great New York pizza. It's called Domino's.
Please sit down.
Let's
We're talking to
ask
Christopher.
the fat guy about pizza.
Why are you saying that? You agree there is a time and a place for a franchise pizza.
I agree there's a time and a place for Domino's.
He goes and picks it up, Chris.
So
what?
No, that's high.
Thank you.
I mean, I would think you're a sociopath.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
All right, some of the shenanigans that you missed here earlier in the program, you go back and watch it on the old YouTube or the ESPN New York app. Final hour. There you go, Raymond. DNR, Dan and Rick at 800-919-3776. You get a scintillating stuff you missed with our friend Harvey coming up in about 15 minutes or so, and then Ray will give you the 3 stars. Way back early this morning, before the sun was even up, we talked about the New York Yankees, and why the hell wouldn't we, right? The bats exploded last night. Everything is on the up and up right now. Winners of 4 of their last 5. They put up a double digits last night and beaten the Mariners. They'll go for the sweep this afternoon, and I said to you then, I don't know. Like, I know it's still just kind of like a small sample size, and last week we were singing a different tune about this team, but call me crazy. I kind of feel good about the vibes coming out of this club now.
Yeah, I don't know if I would say I feel good. You feel better. I think last night was one of those ones where to your point, the conversation surrounding the Yankees was how much pressure they were putting on their rotation and on their bullpen. Just because every night it feels like you're going to have to throw up zeros or you're going to lose. And then to have – and listen, the Mariners are also one of the more disappointing teams in Major League Baseball this season. I get it, but still, you're down early. Will Warren doesn't have it. So now it's like, okay, here we go. This one's over real early. To their credit, they fight back, right? They tie it up, and then they have the explosion, and you have a couple guys specifically that, like it or not, are going to be a part of this moving forward, right? It's pretty clear as you watch Trent Grisham play, he hasn't had nearly the season he had last year, and defensively, like he's on the downturn of his career. Like he's lost a step. That play last night, he leaves George Lombard out to dry. Like that's your ball. You gotta make that play,
right?
But Aaron Boone trusts him. Like as much as you want to call and complain and everything else, he's going to be, it feels like, the center fielder. And Austin Wells is going to be your catcher. So to have those two guys start to come along is going to be big for this team because they're going to play.
And we talked about, like at the trade deadline when Garcia came aboard or whatever, we said, okay, there's like a glut of these like left-handed hitting first baseman / DH. What happens when everybody returns? What's the playing time going to look like there? We didn't even bother to spend any time talking about the outfield, right? Because now Spencer Jones is putting himself in the conversations where, okay, Grisham, all right, he redeemed himself with a couple of knocks at the plate. But like you said, you had the lapse in center field there where you're just like, geez, is this the guy that I really want out there? So now you think potentially about what this outfield alignment is going to look like when Bellinger returns, Judge returns. Okay, obviously, Elliot Ramos, if a righty's on the mound, he's not going to be in the lineup, and then he's going to have to take a seat, which is one of your trade deadline acquisitions. Spencer Jones still going to be here. You have Grisham, of course. And then, oh, by the way, let's throw in the Aaron Judge fact that he's probably going to be somebody that they don't want to have play the outfield each and every day, given where he is right now with his recovery.
Right. Maybe as he ramps up to finish the regular season, hopefully there's enough time for that. I would imagine, though, like if he's capable of playing right field in the playoffs, they're going to play him in right field in the playoffs. I mean, that's to give yourself the best opportunity to get the ideal lineup on the field.
I agree. And you're going to have to, and then you cross your fingers and you hope that he's going to be okay about it. Now, to me, like I said, Jones is interesting because, look, he may be here when it's all said and done. He may not be here. But I think that he's at least putting himself into the conversation to where it's not too big for him. I mean, clearly it's not too big for Lombard. But now we're, as far as the outfield, like, is this the guy that can find himself entering the discussion for, like, legitimate playing time? You know what I mean? Like, when these games start to take on a greater area of consequence.
I think if you're a Yankees fan, that's exactly what you would want. Right? I mean, he is someone that you've heard a lot about.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, this guy has all the potential in the world. He's 6'7". He's, according to everybody, like sprint speed-wise, he's the fastest guy on the team. He's a good defender. This is not Jason Dominguez out in the outfield, right? So, like, yeah, I mean, he's someone that I want to be a part of my future moving forward, especially because it feels like he also falls into that, Brian Cashman bucket of prospects that I wasn't necessarily willing to give up to improve, previous teams. So yeah, like I would like him to be part of the solution here because Trent Grisham's not going to be back. Right? Like this is not like people were upset that they took the $22 million in the first place. Hasn't had a good season. Now, I mean, hopefully that changes here and he starts to come around. But I just think as much time as Yankees fans call, complaining about Aaron Boone and everything else, like if you took a step back for a quick second and recognize what they're playing without, what they've lost this season, how they've dealt with injuries, and to be where they're at, not to mention the fact that all the juggling that you're asked to do, where it's like, oh, hey, we have all these different, these platoon advantages. Well, okay, in theory, that's fun to talk about, but it's also like I'm trying to figure out how all these pieces fit with all the certain matchups, and it's like,
no doubt,
you're just hoping that this guy, and I'm also like putting people in places where maybe like defensively I'm losing something, but hopefully I'm adding something offensively. It's because then you hear the talk about like, because Jazz hasn't been good either. So should there be any loyalty to Jazz? Right? You bring in Garcia, he can play second base. But okay, but what happens now though? So now if I'm not playing Jazz at second base, I'm playing Garcia, who's not a good defensive second baseman. It's just like,
no, you don't want him at second base. Garcia's not going to be playing second base. He can't.
Well, no, but even you heard with like the Arias stuff. Well, bring him in, play second, then play Jazz at third. We've already done that.
Yeah, you can't.
We've played that game before.
Even though Philadelphia, think about all the move heaven and earth to accommodate Arias, and he hasn't even hit that well, which is going to be his main superpower.
Maybe it's just like the old school in me. It's like, wouldn't it be nice to get back to like the time when baseball was like, no, that guy's just a good. Like, he's just a good all around baseball player. Like, there's nothing. Like, it's not matchup dependent. He's good. Like, he's good defensively. He can run the bases.
Bring in a guy like Jeff Blauser. He's our shortstop. There's a name from the past.
I know, but I just like you have to play all these like analytical gymnastics.
Yeah. No, you're right. And
we'll play this guy, but he's only good against lefties. We'll play this guy, but he's only good against righties.
You know what baseball's turning into? It's turning into the NBA a little bit. Like, like the positionless basketball, right? We just put guys anywhere, put our best five out there, whatever matchup we think. That's what baseball's becoming.
Yeah.
Just put guys anywhere. Doesn't matter. Because the analytics will tell you, there's more value when it comes to, what you do in the batter's box. Defense, the hell with defense.
Until you have your general manager come out and starts talking about the reason why Pete's gone is because of defensive run saved.
Well, you also had Moneyball, famously, a guy who never played first base before. Hey, you're our first base.
And we also forget like that in the biggest moments, in the biggest games, how important did the Dodgers win that game? If
Andy Pages doesn't make that
catch,
you're preaching to the choir, pal. I mean, you don't got to convince me.
If IKF could run the bases properly,
takes a bigger lead.
Toronto. I don't know. It's just baseball's in a weird spot for me.
It should be. It should be. But, going back to last night, and again, things change like, the drop of a hat. Last week, it was all gloom and doom, got no faith in this team. And it could turn around this weekend to where they could go to Toronto and score, 4 runs
that also helps
in 3
the Red
games.
Sox to lose, no, too.
Well, that's a big boost, and now you've been able to widen the gap and give yourself a little bit of breathing room, too, here over the last couple of days. But I like the fact not only they put up the 10 spot last night, but they did it on a night where they didn't get great starting pitching. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, 10 runs is 10 runs, but let's say if it was like a 10-1 just annihilation, you say, oh, we had this game, we didn't need all those runs. No, Will Warren just didn't have it for you. So you didn't get the lockdown starting pitching you're accustomed to. The bats had to actually help win you that game in the late innings, and they did that. So kudos to them.
Well, you know what you like, too, though, to that point, is when a team is struggling offensively the way this team has struggled, and now you're not getting the starting pitching, and before you even get up to bat, you're down 3-0, the pressure now has mounted, right? Like, you're already feeling pressure because you stink. And now we're down 3 runs. It's like, okay, now everyone's gripping the bat a little bit tighter, and that didn't affect them last night. And like I said, you have a couple guys that are going to be a part of this as you move forward that actually seem like they're getting it going a little bit. Like Austin Wells getting it going offensively is huge because he was a 0 before. He wasn't even statistically wasn't even a major league hitter.
Right. But he's also a guy that you could, he'll get a hold of one every once in a while. You just wish it happened a little bit more consistently, and the strikeouts dropped. But
last night they were like, well, he's not popping the ball up as much.
Yeah.
Launch angle.
Yeah. The launch angle is, so huge in this game today. God forbid. The other thing, too, with the bullpen and how good they were, locking it down. And Hedrick, again, is just, I mean, beginning of the season, nobody had this guy as being one of the, you could make a case. Let's be real. Is he one of the most 5 valuable Yankees this year?
Right now?
Right?
Yes.
Who had that, though, at the beginning of the season?
I mean, it's a small list, dude. Seriously, like positionally, you would say Ben Rice has had that kind of season, right? And then after that, I guess Goalie early, and then you're looking at the rotation in the bullpen.
Yep.
Then you're looking at Schlittler, you're looking at Hedrick, you're looking at Blackburn.
Bednar's been very good.
Yeah.
That's what you got right now.
And then you're hoping, and Weathers, I throw Weathers he's been really good lately. But now you're talking about can the glut of starting pitching now all of a sudden transition themselves into the bullpen and be effective.
And it's interesting because, when you think big picture and what this thing is going to look like, right? Starting pitching, you got no concerns about. You don't. And you're only going to get more reinforcements when Rodon is back here in a bit. Clark Schmidt could also be a name that factors in down the road,
I think someone called into the K show yesterday and said that Weathers should start game 1 in the postseason.
Why? Was it Mr. Weathers? Was it David Weathers who was back for Old Timers Day?
Stormy. No, I actually saw that on the internet.
I think all 4 announcing had it. Yeah, it was very reminiscent of those weird calls that Mike Francesa would use.
Well, you know what's going to happen though. You're going to start hearing the should Weathers take Rodon's spot.
Yeah, here we go
in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the call or no?
I can pull it up.
Oh, okay,
he can pull it
because he was sattling over to the other screen. I didn't know if he had it there.
I thought
we'd ask Harvey to do it, but
it would be in the system.
But his bodysuit is so
there it is.
He can't really move his arms.
There it is.
He's so, you know what I like? He's so proud of himself. He really is like the school bully. Like he cracks himself up. He looks at everybody else.
Doyle rules.
Yeah, exactly. And he tries to get everybody else to like pile on.
And again, you've made it so much worse because you're over here pounding energy supplements.
Right? That's what I'm like. In between like caffeine shots, and you're like, "Hey, how about that bodysuit, huh?"
What can I do?
You're one of a kind.
The 5-hour energies is delicious. My fault. It's donut week. Delicious.
I'm just worried for the long-term effects.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you could have said no to the coffee. Like there was enough time after the.
Well, no, because I get Tom one, so I'm going to make him go to Starbucks by himself.
Yeah, if he wanted a coffee, yes, he who helps himself or helps those helps himself. Whatever the saying is.
Is that how it goes?
I don't think that's how it goes.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Ray, there's another tidbit because I haven't had 5 cups of coffee this morning.
Maybe you should start taking some.
He who helps himself, who helps. I mean, what the hell are we talking about? I mean, and I'm the one.
This has been a really good show today.
Yeah, and I'm the one that's getting criticized. What's wrong with this guy?
Oh, my God. My goodness.
Maybe you need some Domino's.
You got the idea, though.
I went to this beautiful place. Domino's. Cafe Beignets.
It was legit, though.
Yeah, of course it was.
I even got an ornament from there.
It's great. I got these unbelievable wings in Buffalo at Buffalo Wild Wings.
I can't even go on anymore. I really and truly
Oh, we're
can't.
close. We almost got stuff you missed.
I know.
It's Harvey's big segment coming up.
You got anything to say about Harvey? You done?
I
Go ahead. We got some time.
I have nothing to say.
Hard, promise me one thing. You got soccer in there, right?
I do have soccer in there.
Thank you. That's all I ask.
That'll shut Rick up for 2 minutes.
It'll free me up to check out some emails.
Yeah, right. Return some calls.
To respond to some emails.
People that don't know you're on the air, apparently. Yeah. Hey, what you doing, man?
Ray, you can tell the people, because Anthony's texting me the same thing, that the hats at some point will be restocked. Yeah,
the hats will be restocked.
Yeah, well, I mean, the problem is
they're very popular.
Yeah, but I told you when I said they're going to be released, that it would be for a limited time.
Yeah, why the limited time?
They probably sold out like right away, though. Like these people, there's a high demand for these things.
Yeah,
right.
Because
when you first walked into it was like I thought he was wearing like a Knicks hat.
That's what it's a champion hat.
There you go.
But the new one's different.
And the Knicks don't give you any pushback from that?
It doesn't say Knicks on it.
It's kind of similar.
No, it isn't. It says instead of no excuses play like a champion, it's no excuses needed. We are champions.
Oh, I see that.
Rule 26, because we're champions in 2026. Oh. I can't put Knicks in 5. If I could have put Knicks in 5, then they would really go.
Why not? It was a 5-game series.
You can't put Knicks in 5. I could have put in 5.
I saw that's a popular license plate now. People are getting the license plate with the Knicks logo, and it says in 5.
Can't you do like NYK 5 or something like that?
I'm not looking to get in trouble. I think you get the idea.
The old cease and desist.
Yeah, I think you get the idea.
That won't be good for business either. No. So when are these things going to be in stock again? And where can they order them?
Well, they can order them same place they ordered the last ones, Dress to 3 Nines.
What is it called?
Dress to 3 Nines.
Dress to 3 Nines?
Instead of Dress to the Nines, because I'm 39, Dress to 3 Nines.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, probably a couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Get these ones out, get them sent, and then
see, this is the time you can really load up too.
Well, you want to hear the
yes,
guy
please.
Who called the K show?
Yeah.
All right. Here is the gentleman who called Michael K with the Game 1 suggestion.
Weathers has been pitching really great lately. I don't know what you thought about maybe against the Red Sox in the wild card, starting him Game 1, and maybe saving one of the big three for the ALDS.
Fried, Pohl, or Schlittler?
Well, my thought being if it was going to a 3-game series anyway, wouldn't it make more sense to have maybe if you can steal Game 1 with him or Rodon, maybe partnering like a tandem on the mound, or one of those games in the series? Because I'd like to see Cam maybe start Game 1 in the ALDS, but I mean, that might have been a dumb thought.
Might have been.
You're thinking too hard here. You got to get past the wild card. You start your 3 best starters. You figure out the next round. You're not starting. I mean, in all likelihood, Andrew, Ryan Weathers is going to be in the bullpen when the postseason begins. So you're going to gamble and start a combination of Rodon and Weathers so that you could save Schlittler for a Game 1 in the ALDS that you might not get to if you don't win the wild card series against the Red Sox. My God, that is really outside the box thinking that should remain outside the box.
I got to tell you right now.
But can I ask?
Yeah.
Because as I heard that the first time, I was thinking, no, this has to be rage bait. This guy has to be. This guy has to be trolling. Like, this can't be a real.
Oh, he was serious.
So let me get this straight.
This guy was 100% serious.
The Yankees have 3 legitimate lockdown ones, right? They have 3 of those guys.
you're paying a lot of money to.
So in a best of 3 series, you want to not pitch one of those 3 and instead try to steal game 1 with your 5th starter.
That's correct.
That's
genius.
That's ballsy.
We're going to get him with this one.
I got to tell you, though.
They'll never suspect it.
If I wasn't on the radio and I was just an avid listener of this station, I think I would occasionally call Kay with crazy suggestions to see if I could get him to his head to explode. You know what I mean?
But I swear to God, that's what I thought this was. That is what I thought this was. Like, this guy's trying to get Michael, get Michael going. Like, there's no way this is a legitimate thought in a person's head. It has to be. I still don't believe that that's a real thought.
But think about it, Ray. You could steal game 1.
Yeah, right.
And then you still have your 3 big guys
then
for
you're
2
locked
and 3.
loaded.
You could piggyback them.
Yeah,
if you have an all-out war in game 3.
Let me just try to take game 1 with one of the 3 aces. I'd rather do that. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
I just got sent a text message, so you know that. So baseball, Little League World Series is going on right now. We just had the story in Knobservations. Was Knobservations we had that story?
That's right.
Yeah. So Cooperstown, right? It's similar kind of experience.
Mm-hmm.
I just got that. Wait till you see this picture. So this is legitimately. I thought this was fake.
Yeah.
This is my buddy's kid is in the red, and this is one of the teams they played from Texas in the blue.
You sure that's not like when
you had a size discrepancy?
Real. That was like when the real MLB teams go to Williamsport and play the game on Sunday Night Baseball or whatever?
Oh my God! Yeah, I did. I think I saw.
He's
that.
literally twice his size. He comes up to his hip.
That's a grown man.
You should hold that up.
But he's 12. And what team is that from?
It's one of the teams from.
No, is it one of the international teams?
No, that's a team from Dallas, from Texas.
That's worse than Altuve
the
and
blue
Judge.
is a Texas team, and the red is from New York. That's what I'm headed into.
You see that camera in the corner next to OG? You should probably hold it up to that.
Well, it'd be like Dan getting on his knees and standing next to the OG poster. That's the size difference.
Why do you have to go there?
OG
you wouldn't be the first.
OG's 6.5 feet tall, man. Like
tip from God.
Oh my goodness.
What? He can't help himself.
I just need something to fill the uncomfortable silence.
He really cannot help himself.
I didn't even mean that.
And that wasn't. I'll tell you what. I can't even blame the caffeine on that one. That was I actually was like making contact, looking into his real eyes, not his like caffeine fueled eyes.
You know what? Somebody in the YouTube chat just brought up a good point. I don't remember way back in the day. Somebody asked Michael. When we still work with Don and Peter, why didn't they pitch hit for Gary Sanchez in the first inning? And Don lost his mind.
Rightfully so.
I'm not even joking. Like, I would listen to that show every day. That was one of my favorite parts of the whole show is when you would get a call like that wasn't intended to be like a rage bait call.
Yeah.
But was serious, and they had just had enough of it, and it was either Michael or Don would have like nervous breakdowns.
You can't make it up.
It's the best.
You can't make it up. All right, well, it's just about that time. You want to find out some things that we don't know yet?
Yeah, I got to check my emails.
I'm insulted. Time for stuff you missed. Harv, it's your time.
Now.
Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! See ya! Put it in the box!
The you missed.
Some reprieve. Finally. About time. By the way, today is the 10-year anniversary of Aaron Judge and Tyler Austin going back-to-back on their debuts.
I actually don't even remember that.
Neither did I. I saw the tweet
nugget
today.
That's a great nugget, Herb.
Big nugget, yeah, for sure. Hey, by the way, well wishes go out to Freddie Freeman, who avoided a serious injury, thank God, but when he took a fall into the dugout yesterday. He's not sure if he's going to play against the Brewers today, but thankfully it was not worse.
Did you see this, by the way? Like, I didn't know about it until Ray showed me when I got in this morning, like the Freddie Freeman play. Like, that was crazy.
Crazy.
And it was into the visiting dugout, so, like, they're not going to go to the top step and help him brace the fall.
I get it's the visiting dugout and all that, and you've got to defend against it, but, like, dude, like, he could have been seriously hurt.
But that,
like,
think about it.
Yes.
Kansas
really
City,
seriously.
You're right, but Kansas City looks at that as an out in the game.
Yikes.
That's 1 out. We only get 27 of them. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that we make it difficult on the Dodgers, even if it means cracking your skull open.
And that was days after that Brazilian soccer player jumped and fell into the dugout as well. And the worst part was that his goal didn't count. So he did all that for nothing.
He didn't get hurt doing that.
Yeah. Blue Jays 6, Boston 4. Hey, how about those Red Sox now? 5 straight losses. The Blue Jays scored 5 in the 8th inning. Braves 6, Mets 3. Tyler Mahle pitches 6 strong innings. Lane Thomas scores. So the Braves are 60-25 when they score at least 1 home run. They are rolling after losing to the Yankees. In NFL, hey, guess who's back? Former rapper, former artist. The name familiar to many is Darren Waller. That's right. Darren Waller's back with the Carolina Panthers on a 1-year deal. Remember when he scored twice against the Jets on that couch cast all that time ago?
On that Monday night? Well, it was just last year.
And now he's back with the Panthers.
Forgot he had 2 touchdowns that game.
That was a fun experience.
Yeah.
That was great.
Ben Johnson did an interview, and Ben Johnson says that the Bears are looking to become the greatest offense in NFL history. They want to surpass the 2013 Denver Broncos, who scored nearly 38 points a game. He said, quote, "Our goal is to win the Super Bowl, but we want more than that. They want blowouts. They want shutouts." Me thinks that, like you said earlier, Dan, that Geno Smith won't throw so many interceptions. Me thinks that the Bears will not be the highest scoring offense in NFL history. That's just me.
Yeah, I would probably. Although now you get that extra game, which if you score a lot of points, you get that extra.
I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Though, the concern with the Bears right now is not the offense; it's the defense.
Yeah, I would say
Kobe Bryant being out pretty much till February.
So the guy the Jets don't have to see.
There was another defense that just thrived on turnovers.
Right. Yeah, I could see the Bears being a candidate for a step back this year.
And who? Detroit wins the division, or Green Bay wins the division?
It's always hard to go against Green Bay. It really and truly.
Well,
is.
you're going to miss Micah for how many weeks?
I know.
And now Jacobs could be suspended.
But I think because like you said, Chicago won so many games last year. They pulled out of their you-know-what. Like, you don't get that luck generally back-to-back seasons.
No. Speaking of those Bears, Deshaun Watson will start against them on Saturday. Shedeur Sanders will start the second preseason game against the Buffalo Bills on the 22nd. Both have been alternating first-team practice reps. Tua Tagovailoa will start tomorrow against the Denver Broncos. Kevin Stefanski says that he has not named a starter, though. It is still too early. They play the Pittsburgh Steelers on week 1 of the NFL season. In basketball, while the Lakers were being sold, there's a new retirement. Russell Westbrook has retired after 18 seasons. He announced on his social media 7 teams for him. Former MVP put up a triple-double for a full season. He leads the all-time category in triple-doubles with over 200 and is now retiring.
Feels like he's been retired for a couple of years.
Well, he's bounced around.
He was great, though.
Oh, at that time, yeah.
I mean, he's a freakish athlete. Problem with him was that he was like kind of just this game was so predicated on being a freakish athlete.
It is amazing though that like those Oklahoma City teams with Russ, KD, that they never even got. Well, they got to the one
that's
finals.
What happened. They chose Surge instead of keeping Harden.
James Harden.
First ballot Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's too bad he didn't learn how to shoot. He figured out how to take a jump shot.
Yeah, there's always those clips of the ones where he was shooting and the fans would yell no. That's always a tough look.
That's not good.
Yeah, more schedule news for the Knicks. So they take on the Timberwolves on January 18th at 5 p.m. on MLK Day. They also start group play against the 76ers on October the 30th. And if you want a proper group of death, East Group B is the Knicks, 76ers, the Cavaliers, the Heat, and the Pacers.
Yeah, that is crazy. But if they defend that NBA Cup title, Raymond, like they are going to have to earn it this year.
I don't think they have any interest in that at all. You saw what it did to them.
Imagine if they go back to back.
Well, no, coming out of the NBA Cup, they were what? That's when they went on that 11-game run where they lost 9 of 11. So it was like the low point for the season.
More Tyler Kolek minutes, you're saying?
And hopefully the MLK Day goes better than it did last year. That was one of their worst games of the season.
That was against the Mavericks, right?
The Mavericks.
Oh,
like
my
the G
goodness.
League Mavericks.
They couldn't stop Najee Marshall.
Oh, my God. That was terrible. And then, they won a championship. So.
And last but not least, Rick, soccer. Yes, PSG, Paris Saint-Germain defeated Aston Villa yesterday 2-1 to win the UEFA Super Cup. And Lionel Messi, days after his father passed away, returned to play with Inter Miami, but they lost 3-2 to Club Leon, and they are out of the League's Cup. And that is the stuff you missed.
Were you watching that game yesterday at all?
No.
No.
It's too much to keep track of. All the different cups. I watched the previous game where he scored 2 and an assist. I watched that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
You consume a lot of sports.
A lot of sports.
A lot of sports. Oh, making calls, doing emails, everything.
Multitasking.
800-919-3776. Let's get a little basketball conversation when we return because the rest of that schedule is going to come out a little bit later on. But in the meantime, I know you, all hyped up on that caffeine, need to tell us a couple of things about Tricon.
Hopefully the lips and tongue have slowed down here a little bit. If you manage an active facility, you know construction can't bring everything to a stop. That's why Tricon Construction is built for projects inside healthcare, commercial, and industrial spaces where operations need to continue. They understand the pressure of working around patients, tenants, employees, and production schedules. Tricon brings the planning, communication, safety, and discipline needed to keep projects moving without disrupting the people inside. When the work has to be handled professionally and handled right, turn to Tricon Construction. Visit TriconBuilds.com. That's TriconBuilds.com.
Excellent job, Rick. 800-919-3776. It's DNR on ESPN New York.
There you were, surrounded by fans. Everybody remembers the game. Nobody remembers the guy coughing behind you. Till a few days later, at 2 a.m., you wake up with a fever and your throat's on fire. Now what? Urgent care? Closed. ER? Slammed. Telehealth? Maybe, but the pharmacy's closed. You needed a medical emergency kit. These aren't first aid kits. They contain essential prescriptions used for over 30 common conditions. Sinus and ear infection, UTIs, stomach bugs, traveler's diarrhea, and more on hand before you need them. Use your doctor-developed guidebook to select the right prescription or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's like an urgent care and drugstore at home. When you're sick, traveling, or stranded, you'll wish you'd ordered a medical emergency kit. Order online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. And save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. That's promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
9:30, let's get a check of the road. Say good morning, Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Rick. You don't want to miss this info. We've got delays on the Cross Bronx westbound bumper-to-bumper Rosedale Ave into the outbound GWB with construction outbound George lower level. Watch for slowdowns right now as you head over to the Whitestone Bridge. As you get into Queens, it's construction work going on. Watch for slowdowns westbound BQE into Meeker Morgan. Stop-and-go traffic on 27 South at Talmadge Road into Edison with a collision being cleared. Traffic sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
Whoever said fork in the road must have been hungry for the Sorrento and Sorrento Turbo Hybrid. Their 3-row seating and 10-year 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. With a capable Sorrento and Sorrento Turbo Hybrid, every way forward is the right way. Visit your local Kia dealer today. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Drive safely. See retailer for warranty details.
At City Harvest, we believe no New Yorker has to go hungry. With your help, we're on the road 365 days a year, rescuing over 77 million pounds of nutritious food and delivering it free to millions of New Yorkers, transforming surplus food into sustenance, sustainability, and smiles, rallying thousands of New Yorkers to power a network of nourishment across our city. One day, one meal, and one New Yorker at a time. That's how we feed good. Donate at cityharvest.org.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. Service Titan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan, AI for the trades.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron?
then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
This is the Michael K. Show.
Talking with Alex Rodriguez, what you've seen of Lombard, what do you think?
It's amazing when you have a plus defender at short, how it makes your entire team better defensively. Lombard can do for the Yankees defensively and for those great pitchers what Aaron Judge does for the offense. That's how good Lombard can be.
The Michael K. Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube. Presented by the Parisman Firm.
All right, Dan and Rick, DNR, ESPN New York, 800-919-3776. I said Dan and Rick, D and R, but the R is missing.
Is he out there?
I don't know.
Conduiting?
I don't know.
John pulled him aside again?
No, there was no, I could see John right here. I don't know where he went off to. We need to put one of those, like, ankle bracelets on him, like they do with the people who are under house arrest.
Like Terry and Arnold.
Yeah, so we can track him. Does that thing go off when he go into, like, the Giants facility on the team visit or whatever?
I think he had to get, like, special permission to travel or something for work.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So, you were talking about that call earlier, and we played the one where they called K.
Yep.
Suggesting Ryan Weathers should start game one.
Yeah, and again, credit to the people on YouTube because they refreshed my memory. And
nice of you to join us.
This goes
Thank you.
way back to 2019. So this is 7 years old.
So this is a pre-COVID interaction.
And I was reminded this wasn't actually a random caller. This was Peter pranking Kay and Don.
This is the way to get Peter involved in baseball conversations.
Well, I think like
this was 2019.
They had already a couple of calls that were like
Pre-Ghost Runner.
that were pushing over the line. And as you said, Michael and Don, were starting to get visibly annoyed at this point.
Right.
And then Peter decided to have a little fun, and he actually recorded this during a break. And I remember this because I saw it happen. Then, this
see, I didn't know about this,
and so this is what happened.
Gil and Bensonhurst. Gil.
Michael, this is Gil in Bensonhurst. Listen to me, Michael, please. Please don't hang up. Please listen. Okay. Last night, this whole thing would be different if Joe Girardi, if Aaron Boone had the presence of mind to pinch hit for Gary Sanchez in the first inning.
All right, goodbye, Gil. You said no hang up.
God,
I lied.
goodbye.
I lied.
Get off
Goodbye.
the phone.
Goodbye,
Get
Gil.
off
Goodbye,
the phone.
Gil. Bye-bye, Gil.
God,
Bye-bye,
I can't
Gil.
talk to people
Bye-bye,
like this
Gil.
anymore.
Bye-bye, Gil.
Oh, my
Bye-bye,
God,
Gil.
stop it,
Pinch hit
Gil.
for Gary Sanchez in the first inning. Then why was he in the lineup, Gilbert?
Yeah, stop. Just don't dial the phone, please. Or have the nurse not dial the phone, okay? I just don't understand. Michael, we got to stop. Andrew, screen them out.
Shout out
we
Andrew
can't do
Gunley.
it. We're on for another 3 hours. It can't be done. Screen them out. I'll take an Islander call. I'm not going to do this today. I'm not. I'll get ready for the Ranger game. I'll sit in the corner like Blair Witch with my notebook, and I'll write all the numbers down for the Capitals. I'm not going to sit here for 3 hours and talk to moron baseball fans. You're not going to pinch it for a catcher in the first inning and then leave yourself with just one catcher for the rest of the game? Austin Romine's going to hit a grand slam home run? Why? He's 0 for 2 in the history of the postseason, for God's sakes. Stop it.
So,
screen him out.
If it wasn't apparent to you, Don was in Washington getting ready to call Rangers Capitals, and he was ready to just leave the show at that point.
How did I not know about that?
Yeah.
How did I not know?
That.
But that was brilliant.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'll tell you, they should give Peter an award for that.
So again, bringing it all around.
And then he dropped in a Girardi.
It might be the greatest thing Peter's ever done.
No, not might be. Apologies to all the things he does, but in my book, that's.
But again,
top of the heap.
like that's done to just have fun with Michael and Don, and that's what I thought that caller yesterday was doing. There's no way somebody has a legitimate thought like that. It's the same line. It's somebody say, "Okay, let's throw Ryan Weathers out for game one of a playoff series, and let's pinch hit Gary Sanchez in the first inning." Yeah,
you know what else was very underrated in that call? When Michael called him Gilbert. Like, he was so frustrated. He called a fictitious guy by his fictitious first name. That's tremendous.
I used to call Hardesty in Brill all the time.
Oh, yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I'd prank him all the time.
Yeah. I remember the name
Happy
he
from
used.
Metuchen.
No. There was the other one. He used the name Buster from Nutley.
Buster from Nutley. Happy from Metuchen.
Do we have any of those?
Let me
you
see.
probably got the Buster and Nutley somewhere.
Let me see if those exist.
Call them dollar brills.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I was bored. I was driving home. I called.
Oh my God.
You have it?
Buster and Nutley, you're next on 98.7 ESPN.
Larry, dollar brills. This is a Jets fan calling in. I'm sick of the New England Patriots. I'm sick of Tom Brady and his cleft chin and his stupid Ugg boots. I'm done with it.
Those were good times.
Buster and Nutley.
Buster and Nutley. I had my buddy call one time, too. He was in the car with me. I was like, "Can you do me a favor? Call the show." And it was going to have him ask a Ranger question. And instead of asking Ray, he went rogue and started talking about how basketball in in New York City is dead. Like, street ball is dead in New York. I'm like, what are you doing right now? Like, that was not the question that we rehearsed.
Like you said, he really is like a child.
Yeah.
He's dangerous when left to his own devices.
That's right. Now, when you were doing this, though, did they know it was you?
I had no idea.
Like, so nobody ever...
And if he had not admitted that it was him, we probably would never know.
No, you'd never know. I would have just kept calling.
So basically, this happened. How many years after the fact did you actually admit that this was you?
I wouldn't say it was years. I would say it was maybe a couple weeks.
Probably a couple weeks, just because it would be good like radio fodder.
So a couple of weeks, and then they go back and dig these up, and then that's your alter ego.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
I never knew about Buster and Nutley.
Yes, sir.
Buster and Nutley.
Hey, this is Rick DiPietro, a.k.a. Buster and Nutley, a.k.a. Happy and Metuchen.
Larry.
What is the matter with you?
Buster and Nutley, you're next on 98.7 ESPN.
Yeah.
Larry, dollar brills.
Now, what was the... Can you do the voice again?
Probably not.
Like, what were you aiming for? Just something like completely off the...
Yeah. Just like...
Off from what you have.
Yeah. That's it.
Those are the only two, it seems.
Yeah.
Larry.
They're
Larry.
Dollar brills.
You're such a talent. You really are. Such a talent.
Those are my guys.
All right, we got to take a timeout. When we come back, Ray's going to give us the 3 stars, also squeeze in some scheduling news before we get the full reveal at 3 o'clock, and then we hand it off to Chris at 10. And by the way, I heard a little bit of a sneak peek here. Chris has a smoking hot take on the Jet quarterback situation.
Interesting.
And he's going to talk about it at 10 o'clock. That's right. It's DNR, Dan and Rick, ESPN New York.
If you've been injured on a construction site, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique labor laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling construction accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for hardworking New Yorkers. From scaffold accidents to slip and falls and equipment failures, they've got your back. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS. That's right, 718-WORKERS, because your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This August, don't miss the Big 5 spin-off and your chance to win your share of $55,550. Be here on Friday, August 7th and 28th from 3 to 7 p.m. when one lucky winner will be drawn every hour to select 4 balls from the lottery drum to win up to $5,555 cash. Don't miss the Big 5 spin-off where Long Island wins at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same-day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A., member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
DNR, Dan and Rick, ESPN New York. Ray's got the 3 stars coming up in just a bit. Remember, Yankee baseball this afternoon. Game 3 of a 3-game series with the Seattle Mariners. Max Fried getting the ball this afternoon as the Yanks go for the sweep. That is a 1 o'clock or 1:30 today? That is a
1:35.
1:35. How about that? A little 1:35 matinee baseball on this getaway day. Thursday, no Mets today. They are off, but we do have the 6 preseason games tonight. That could float your boat a little bit if you are jonesing for some football and, see what that has in store.
Some live golf on right now, too.
Fernando Martinez tonight, too. We'll see maybe the number 1 pick get some action tonight for the Raiders.
Who's that?
Fernando Martinez.
You mean Mendoza?
Fernando Mendoza.
We've had quite the day today. You should have taken up on that caffeine right there.
You remember Fernando Martinez, that Met prospect?
Yeah,
remember him?
Yeah.
Oh, he was supposed to be something.
Yep. See him in the black and silver tonight.
Black and silver.
He said it, the best is he said it twice.
Said it twice. He said who? I said Fernando.
Yeah.
I doubled down.
Yeah, he doubled down.
Fernando Martinez.
Good for you. Stand by it.
He came this close to being a Jet quarterback, too. And I
probably could have used one of these little 5-hour energy situations.
Wait, you going to take some home with you?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Give them to the kids? Running around, bouncing off the walls?
Rocco with some more caffeine. That'd be great. More energy.
So the football. Now, Raymond, what are we saying with the Knicks schedule? Is that a 3 o'clocker? Is that what we're looking at?
I believe the NBA schedule in its entirety drops at 3 o'clock.
So the only thing we know up until now, we've got the opening night, we've got Christmas, and we have the NBA Cup games.
Right.
That is it. And then you said the Celtics on the 23rd, which is that first Friday, because that's like, I think, an Amazon Prime game. That's the only thing that we have.
You love the schedule.
Oh, and Martin Luther King. We got Martin Luther King.
President's Day. Did you say President's Day? I think but the Knicks are not involved in that, I think.
No, I didn't see President's Day.
There was a President's Day as well. I think it's a quadruple header for NBC.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, they love them presidents, don't they? Huh? A lot of basketball, a lot of presidents. All right, so that comes up this afternoon.
Yeah. And then Fernando Martinez tonight. Be good stuff.
Are you going to be watching or no?
Fernando? Of course.
Yeah, you're going to be watching Fernando Martinez? Mm-hmm. Fernando.
And we're the strongest glue ever.
I didn't realize these are extra strength, too.
Well, everything is
extra
strength.
Is there any other kind?
Yeah.
I thought there was like different. This is an extra strength one.
What is it going to be? Caffeine-free, 5-hour energy?
No, but there's just regular. It could be. There's no such thing as regular strength.
I was going to say something else.
Regular caffeine strength.
Yeah, that sounded like something else.
You know what it was. Yeah, exactly. Like the other end.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, say no more. I think you're good. I think we got the point.
Say no more. So like I said, Chris is coming up next. He's talking a little Jet football, the
It's a
quarterback
wild take,
situation.
actually.
A wild take?
Yeah.
I mean, let's put it this way. It's an inspired thought.
Is it?
And we were just talking about it during the break.
Don't ruin it.
No, I'm not. Okay.
This is like his big open.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything.
He'll have a nervous breakdown.
Let's just put it this way: that if you like good football conversation, you're a Jet fan, this might be one you want to stay tuned in for. Right?
Probably going to want to call in.
Probably want to call in.
I think.
What is it? I was going to say not Happy and Metuchen and
Buster Nutley.
Buster, I thought it was Buster and Nutley.
Yeah.
Buster Martinez in Nutley.
He's retired, though. No more Buster.
You haven't done that recently?
No, I'm mature now. 3 kids. I'm an adult.
That's got to be a good 10 years old. That more
Has
than
to be.
that. Like, hang on.
That's probably. I mean that might be before I had Milo.
Well,
that's almost 10 years old.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Well, what year was that?
January 17. So yeah.
That was 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was a father already. Wow. Maybe I haven't grown up that much.
Well, I think it was only Milo.
It was only Milo.
Not only that, but no, like you said, you were rehearsing your lines with your buddies or whatever.
Well, that was a different one. That was a different call. Yeah, that one was by myself. Yeah.
Did the voice and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Larry.
That was not great. I'm better than that.
Are you?
No. As a matter of fact, I don't think I am. Yeah. All right, so
tell me.
This is what I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm looking forward to Chris out of the box with that. I'll tell you what I do like.
I would love to talk about
I don't want to bring that up.
Yeah.
The big takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
Miami's not going to be very good.
We kind of had an idea that was going to be the case.
It's going to be good in the moment. Could also be bad in the long term, if you think about it.
In what sense?
Well, I mean exactly what sense.
I know
where
what
they
Yeah.
end up with
Mm-hmm.
the quarterback that you want.
Well, here's the thing. There's going to be competition for that. Not just with Miami.
I understand.
Okay, because I think
Cleveland's not going to be. Cleveland looks like a mess.
Cleveland's always a mess. Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else is in that
That
conversation?
really feels like it, though. I mean, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you know what? There's always going to be a team that, could suffer some like really horrible injury and just like wreck their season. And then they end up
it doesn't feel like there's going to be that many bad teams, though.
Ray, the year that the 49ers drafted Trey Lance 3rd, did they trade up to 3?
They did.
Yes, they traded up.
They did.
And then everyone thought once they got to 3, because it was supposed to be Mac Jones initially, remember?
Correct.
They thought you can't trade up and use the 3rd overall pick on Mac Jones. I feel like physically is limited. So they went with Trey Lance and the lack of experience, and that bit them right in the you-know-what. And guess who their backup quarterback now is? Is Mac Jones.
I mean, I'm looking at this right now, like just the whole league, and even though like you don't know for sure
There's
what's
not
going to happen.
That many bad teams.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's really it. And look, people outside of where we are, for example, they might be saying the same thing about the Jets. Like the Jets could be one of those teams. That's the perception until they go out there and actually do it. The perception is they're not going to be very good again.
Well, no, I think they're in that bucket of teams that people don't expect. I mean, you look at the over-unders. The over-under was 5.5.
Is that all it was? 5.5?
5.5.
Really?
That's one of the lowest. I mean, you won 3 games.
Well, I mean, if you're 5.5, then that just goes to show you what people think you're going to be.
Right. If you get to 6 wins, you doubled your win total from last year.
That's incredible.
I don't know what that does for you, but I mean, I guess it would prove to a certain degree, like if the defense looks really looks much improved, that would I guess kind of give you some confidence that Aaron Glenn is going to be a good head coach.
Well, and the other one that I told you to, and I've been adamant about this, even though I don't think it's going to be like worst 2 or 3, Indianapolis I think is going to have a rough year, and that's going to help the Jets.
Yeah, but I mean, how rough?
Top 10 pick.
You think that bad?
Yeah. Oof. The top 2 wide receivers aren't even on the practice field. One who they gave a ridiculous amount of money to is still trying to recover from that offseason ankle surgery. Yep. You got a quarterback who is as injury-prone as they come, okay? You have an organization that gave Michael Clemens, in their infinite wisdom, $12.5 million. It's just a repeated pattern of decision-making that really sits there and you just kind of scratch your head.
So you're not taking into account like what they looked like before he got hurt at all last year?
Nope.
Interesting.
Nope.
Okay.
Because, again, the guy who put the team together, like a lot of people around the NFL probably look at it and say, like, how's he even still have a job?
Well, he's not. He's on one. This is last
He's a
year.
lame duck.
Yeah, and he's not taking no extension because we got to win.
Which I appreciate, the candid, the honesty, rightfully so. But still, I just don't have faith in the operation. I don't. How could you?
They gave Daniel Jones a ton of money. Ton of money.
Doubling down on a guy who, unfortunately, in his history is that he's been unavailable just as much as he's been available. That's a risky proposition.
It is. I'm also
traded away 2 first. Again, the decision making.
For Sauce.
2 first-round picks you traded away for a corner.
I also think you're as loyal as your options, though. You
mean you couldn't find a corner with 2 first-round picks?
No, I'm not saying corner. I'm saying like the quarterback-wise. Who's? I'm actually shocked that I'm more shocked that he's back from the Achilles already.
What was that? Was that in October or in November?
He broke his leg first, and he was playing through that. Then he popped his Achilles. Did you expect him to be ready for week 1? At the time?
Probably not.
No.
But medical science nowadays are doing amazing things, But no, was that like a November thing when Daniel Jones got hurt?
He was halfway. He was more than halfway through the season.
Halfway.
Yeah.
Hang on.
If that's the case, then it is a surprise.
Yeah.
I think
December. Jeez.
December?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was that in Kansas City or no? I remember they played.
We're sitting here amazed that Mahomes is back from the ACL.
December 7th, Week 14 against Jacksonville.
Wow,
dude, Week 14, he's back from Achilles.
Yeah, that is
crazy.
You forget about that.
I think that's part of it, though,
too.
season. I think just him, like Daniel Jones, is like as a leader and a person, is attractive to have in your locker room.
5-year extension for Jeff Monk and Coach Army. Does that do anything for you?
No.
Okay. Army-Navy game at MetLife this year. Looking forward to that. Yep. All right, great job by you. You're going to sleep tomorrow, and we're not going to try to call and wake you up.
Yeah,
I don't know that he's going to sleep.
No.
No.
Well, now because of all the damn caffeine that he has.
He may not sleep for 36 hours.
Maybe he'll sweat it out at some point. But enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back here holding the fort down tomorrow. Great job by Harvey. Raymond, time to shine, buddy.
Today's 3 stars.
And shout out to all the people on YouTube. I hope they're hearing this. Been some issues the last few days.
Number 3.
Interesting start to the show, as usual.
Well, you were the one that jumped down my throat.
I didn't. Ray jumped initially down your throat, and I added to your throat.
Well, a lot of things going in Rick's throat, including a couple of different 5-hour energies that, donut flavors.
It's easier to swallow the cream than it is the jelly.
And, I pointed out this was going to be an issue. You take the caffeine that you've already taken, plus the caffeine that Tom Bauer delivers you every day, and then you add 2 separate bottles of 5-hour energy, you'll be bouncing off the walls in there, and the nastiness is it's real.
We'd ask Harvey to do it, but
it's in the system.
But his bodysuit is so
there it is.
He can't really move his arms.
There it is.
It's rough.
It'd be like Dan getting on his knees and standing next to the OG poster. That's the size difference.
Why do you have to go there?
Why do you have to go there?
Number 2.
I mean, there's a lot of things that, speaking of sweet foods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cafe Beignet.
I think it's called Cafe Beignet. Though.
Yeah.
You went to like the Olive Garden of beignet places.
No,
It was Cafe
Dumont. Yeah. Cafe Beignet.
The Olive Garden, though. It's
World's
fantastic.
best beignets.
And then we had a long segment discussing the gourmet of foods known as Domino's Pizza.
I got this great New York pizza. It's called Domino's.
And Carlin had to get involved.
You're the one with the nipples boring holes through your T-shirt. You calm down.
It's amazing. I've got some
It's
real
amazing,
nip-
these things.
I'll tell you.
Those
I
are
used to tell them
daggers.
I'm telling you. The other day, you
Pencil erasers.
You're not quite John Winthrop, but you love a large Domino's pizza.
No, large pie.
And how much of that are you putting away?
I put away probably like 5 or 6.
Okay, you saw.
Number 1.
It's a real problem. Rick DiPietro, though.
You wouldn't be the first.
Oh, geez, 6.5 feet tall, man. Like
Gift from God.
Gift from God. But let's flash back because you were talking about the disturbing callers and ideas, and that flashed us back to the great Buster and Nutley.
I'm sick of Tom Brady and his cleft chin and his stupid Ugg boots.
No, but that's really an honorable mention. The actual star today, it all happened in the last 10 minutes because maybe Dan's the one who should have helped himself to a 5-hour energy or 2.
He who helps himself or helps those helps himself. Whatever they're saying.
And remember, folks, preseason football is back on tonight.
Golf on right now, too.
Fernando Martinez tonight, too. We'll see maybe the number 1 pick get some action tonight for the Raiders.
Who's that?
Fernando Martinez.
You mean Mendoza?
Fernando Mendoza.
Have a good time in watching Fernando Martinez make his NFL debut tonight, guys. Great job.
Hey, it's a kid from Indiana, right? Fernando Martinez. How about a little Rule 76?
No excuses play like the Knicks. It's DiPietro Grossa and
Fernando Martinez.
right here on ESPN New York and on YouTube. It's easier to swallow the cream than it is the jelly.